only local team that make you cheer. At First Bank, we don't have a number on our back. People like the way we back our community. That's why First Bank is the official bank of the UTC Mocs. And why we're making you part of the team with the First Bank Power C debit card. Stop by your local First Bank branch and get the card that shows your team's spirit every time you swipe. Go Mocs. Member FDIC.
A great ovation. They left their locker room on the floor right now as we get ready for this championship game here at historic Hinkle Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. Don't just root for the Mocs. If you're searching for a quality education at an affordable price in the heart of the city, join the flock. At UTC, student success is goal number one. 50% of all UTC students graduate debt-free. You can apply today at utc.edu. Starting lineup for the Anteaters at one guard spot, Justin Hone, 6'2", 190 grad student from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Jurian Dixon is 6'4", 195, and a junior from San Diego. Miles Che, former Mock, a sophomore from L.A., 6'2", 190, averaging 12.1 points per game. Grant Lucan is the 7'1" center, 7'1", 260 senior from Germany. And Devin Tillis, who's probably the best overall player, 6'7", 225 senior from Los Angeles, averaging 13.5 points per game. For the Mocs, same lineup you've seen for a while. Trey Bonham at one guard spot, senior from Mobile. Honor Huff, the junior from Brooklyn, New York, at the other guard spot. Garrison Kiesler, 6'7", 205 senior from Greene, Ohio. Bash Whelan is 6'6", 218, a senior from Cincinnati. And the final starter for the Mocs, Colin Mulholland, 6'10", 218 freshman, redshirt freshman from Kitchener, Ontario. Championship games awaits. The Mocs taking on the Anteaters of Cal Irvine. Championship game of the NIT. That title game will tip off in just a moment as you're listening to Mocs Basketball, produced by Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime, but the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
At UTC, we're serious about keeping college affordable, and nearly half our graduates finish debt-free, and so can you. With Tennessee Hope, UT Promise, and scholarships just for UTC students, we make sure your education stays within reach. We'll work with you one-on-one to find the best financial aid options and keep your costs down. Plus, staying in Chattanooga means saving money and being part of a community that's behind you every step of the way. It's all about graduating ready for what's next, without debt holding you back. UTC, Chattanooga's university.
At the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga, the School of Professional Studies represents a collection of diverse academic programs that promote multidisciplinary identities, strengths, and resources. Interested in interior architecture? What about counselor education, school psychology, or social work opportunities? These programs are designed to develop ethical professionals who are innovative thinkers that serve diverse communities and populations. Students and professionals in these areas gain opportunities for academic development and practical learning in their fields. For more information on professional studies at UTC, visit our website at utc.edu/SPS. That's utc.edu/SPS. Go Mocs!
On the Mocs Sports Network from Learfield, this is Chattanooga Mocs Basketball, brought to you by State Farm Agent Rodney Allen. Like a good neighbor, State Farm Insurance Agent Rodney Allen is there. The tip is moments away. With a call of today's game, here's the voice of the Mocs, Jim Reynolds.
My family keeps asking me, when are you going to come home? I know for a fact that this is the final game of the regular season. I said, well, if this happens, then this will happen, and I might be home then, and I could be home now, and I know for a fact I will be home on Friday. Friday night, I am sleeping in my own bed in downtown Ottawa, Tennessee. UTC advanced to this championship game with a first-round win over MTSU, beating the Blue Raiders in triple overtime, 109-103. Mocs won their second-round game, playing their lone home game, beating Dayton by 15, the number one seeded team in that Eastern Quadrant. Mocs won that game by 15, 87-72. UTC won their third-round game, knocking off Bradley in Peoria, 67-65. Trey Bonham, the hero in that game. And UTC won 2 nights ago here at Hinkle Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, beating Loyola 80-73. For the Anteaters, their path began with a win over Northern Colorado, 82-72. They beat Jacksonville State 66-61, knocked off UAB in overtime, 81-77. And the other night they got off to an 0-9 start. They were down 9-0, down by as many as 15, and came back to beat North Texas 69-67. Chattanooga Mocs taking on the Anteaters of Cal Irvine. It is the 4th meeting all time between the Mocs and Anteaters. Broadcast of this University of Tennessee at Chattanooga athletic event, authorized under broadcasting rights granted to Mock Sports Properties through the Department of Athletics at UTC, intended solely for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, or the use of the broadcast without the express written consent of Mock Sports Properties and the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga is prohibited, even though I broke that rule the other day. Please forgive me, Mock Sports Properties. Mocs will be in the traveling blue uniforms, gold numerals and white trim. Cal Irvine also blue and gold, but the higher seeded team, the top seeded team from the West in this tournament. 32 teams entered, 8 teams in 4 different quadrants. So everyone was ready to go out and on the floor, and I think, yes, ESPN has more to say, and guess who runs the tournament? Yes, television. I can say this, I'm sitting next to the Westwood One radio crew doing the national radio broadcast, and doing color on that game is Will Perdue, the former Vanderbilt star and Chicago Bulls star, a teammate of Michael Jordan at one point in time in his career, and won some championships with the NBA. And Will Perdue and I talked about the time UTC played Vanderbilt when Will Perdue was playing for Vandy. And let's say Mr. Perdue had a very productive game against Chattanooga. And I reminded him of that. Vanderbilt had just gotten back from Hawaii, where Will Perdue was named the MVP of the tournament in Hawaii. Came back, and the Mocs go, let's see if this guy's really any good. Guess what? And I told Will Perdue that. I go, guess what? They found out you were pretty good, as Will Perdue helped annihilate the Mocs that game in Nashville against the Commodores. Mocs have beaten the Anteaters and won the Freedom Bowl tournament, which was held on the UCI campus. And I remember we had a host, like a lot of tournaments did in that time, and I was in the car with Mac McCarthy, and Mac goes, what is Cal Irvine known for? And he goes, and our host said, well, they produce more brain surgeons than anyone in the country. Both Mac and I were impressed at the time. I said, I'm not sure how the brain surgery program is at UTC, but apparently not as good as the brain surgery program at Cal Irvine. Let's see who has the better basketball team tonight. Mocs will be in the blue, and UCI will be in the white uniforms, blue numerals, and gold trim. Cal Irvine's a better defensive team than Chattanooga. Probably the Mocs a little bit better on offense. Mocs average almost 80 points per game. Cal Irvine averages about 76 points per game. So UTC a little bit better in some of the offensive categories. Cal Irvine was the top defensive team in the Big West Conference. The Big West, who's in the Big West? All California schools except Hawaii. San Diego, Irvine, Riverside, Northridge, Santa Barbara, Davis, Cal Poly, Bakersfield, Hawaii, Long Beach State, and Cal Fullerton. Those are the teams that currently comprise the Big West. So for the Mocs, it's Bonham, Huff, Kiesler, Whelan, and Richards. And for the Anteaters, Hone, Dixon, Che, Lutkin, and Tillis. Now we're ready to go. It'll be Colin Mulholland at 6'10", jumping against the 7'1" center, Bad tip will do it again. Bad jump ball will try it again. Neither center made contact with the ball at its apex. Now, guess what? The 7-1 center won the battle, and Cal Irvine has the first possession of the game. Miles Che gives it on the near side to Hone. Hone throws it on the far side. They immediately go inside. Lucan throws up the shot, no good. Rebound, Garrison Kiesler for Chattanooga. Mocs come back the other way, just underway, 20 seconds in. Out in front, Bash Whelan. Whelan to Honor Huff. Gives it to Kiesler out in front. Mulholland tries the three on the way, too hard, no good. Rebound to Lutkin inside. Lutkin, the 7-1 center for Cal Irvine. Miles Che for Chattanooga. Pull-up jumper on the way. He misses everything. Barely hits the backboard, and UTC with a rebound. Che had an open look, but that was an ugly shot. Garrison Kiesler passes up a three. Honor Huff. Pump fake. Gives it to Mulholland. Colin Mulholland at the free throw line. Looks backdoor cut. Can't find anyone. Gives it to Kiesler. Kiesler to Whelan. Back to Whelan. Bash drives inside against Miles Che. Back on the perimeter. Mulholland tries the jumper on the way and good. Colin Mulholland. I think that's a three-pointer for Mulholland. And UTC takes a 3-0 lead at the 18:47 mark. Colin Mulholland with a three-pointer, and UTC with a 3-0 lead over the Anteaters. Lutkin goes inside, hook shot on the way, off no good. Rebound long, Mocs come away with it. Trey Bonham brings it down the floor, 3-0 Chattanooga. Bonham all the way, the layup up and in. Bonham found another gear and blew past his man and made it a early 5-0 lead for Chattanooga at the 18:24 mark. Che brings it down the floor. Kiesler guards him. Miles Che gets around a screen, gets around another. Drives inside, throws it to Lutkin. Far side, working his way in the paint. Turnaround fadeaway jumper, no good. Mulholland with a rebound. Mocs come back the other way. Trey Bonham for Chattanooga. Bonham on the dribble for the Mocs. We're exactly 2 minutes in. Bonham on the drive, kicks it to Mulholland. Tries it again, yes. Mulholland, 2 3-pointers, and it's an early 8-0 lead for Chattanooga at the 17:51 mark. Driving inside is Hone. Whelan guards him. Hone tries to crossover. Mocs switch up. Inside Lutkin. Almost blocked by Bonham. It was. Lutkin gets his own rebound and lays it up and in. 7-1 center's been very active so far tonight. It's an 8-2 Chattanooga lead at the Mulholland tries it again. That three-pointer won't go. And Cal Irvine gets the rebound. 17:22 to play in the first half. 8-2 lead for Chattanooga. In the lane, little hook shot by Hone is good. So it's an 8-4 lead for the Mocs. Honor Huff hasn't taken a shot yet for Chattanooga. Whelan top of the key. Throws it far side. Kiesler tries the three. That won't fall. Only white jerseys underneath. And Cal Irvine gets the rebound. 8-4 lead for Chattanooga. Hone brings it down the floor. Works his way. Gives it back out in front. 7'1" center tries it. No good. Long rebound. Mulholland grabs it. Gives it to Trey Bonham. 8-4 lead for Chattanooga. Mocs basketball. Bonham for Chattanooga on the drive. Works his way inside. Back to Mulholland. Open look. Passes it up this time because he missed his last one. Mulholland looking for some help. Throws it to Kiesler and back of him. Back to Collin out in front. Honor Huff three-pointer on the way. Short, no good. Whelan can't save it before it goes out of bounds. So Honor Huff misses everything and gets a little razzing from the Cal Irvine fans on the air ball. Mocs trying to make a change, but Mekhi Richards a little bit late getting to the scorer's bench. So Mulholland stays in the lineup. Like I said, the Mocs like Richards more on defense and Mulholland more on offense. Driving inside is Home. Stolen away by Kiesler. Kiesler gives the outlet pass to Honor Huff. Huff brings it down the floor to Mulholland out in front. Wide open, three-pointer on the way. Short, no good. Rebound tap long. Mocs save it, but in the arms of Dixon. Dixon in the floor. Gives it to Lutkin out in front. Three-pointer on the way for Cal Irvine. That three-pointer by Devin Tillis is good. That makes it an 8-7 game. Mocs scored the first 8. Cal Irvine scored the last 7. 1-point lead for Chattanooga. Mocs so far very three-point happy. I don't think they have anything inside that range so far. Kiesler will try another one. Three-pointer, yes! Garrison Kiesler for three. Mocs' third three-pointer of the night. UTC was 15 three-pointers away from shooting 1,000 for the year. At this rate, they'll get there by halftime. Almost stolen away. It is stolen away. Whelan came up with a loose ball for Chattanooga. Outlet pass to Bonham. Bonham on the perimeter where Miles Che guards him. Whelan throws it to Mulholland. Mulholland at the free throw line, drives inside, kicks it on the perimeter. Back to Mulholland at the free throw line. Back to Honor Huff. Huff around a screen. Drives inside, kicks it out in front. Mulholland tries it again. This one rims out no good. And the rebound comes down to Justin Hone. Hone from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Hawks are getting ready to make a couple of changes. Cusano and Richards prepare to check in. UTC with an 11-7 lead. Miles Che, far side. Works his way, free throw line. Pull-up jumper in the way, short, no good. I think Lutkin was on the back of Colin Mulholland. And I think Lutkin's going to pick up a personal foul. I think. Oh, they called the foul on Mulholland. Wow. Tough foul. Dan Earl not happy with that. That brings us to the first timeout of the game. 14:36 to play in the first half. UTC has never trailed. They currently lead it by 4. 14:36 to play in half number 1. Mocs 11, Anteaters 7. You're listening to Mocs Basketball, produced by Learfield.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
At the Little Debbie Bakery, we're fans of UTC. We're proud sponsors of the game you see. Our family of bakers loves the Mocs and bringing you a treat that rocks. Unwrap a smile with Little Debbie oatmeal cream pies, Swiss rolls galore, Nutty Buddy, and our new Big Pack mini muffins to celebrate when you score. Our bakers wish you a great day at the game, and to the UTC Mocs, much success and fame. Here's to giving your all and the difference that makes. Today, Little Debbie Bakery salutes you.
Nine three-point attempts in UTC right now, 3 of 9 from three-point range. Everyday style is easy with favorite looks for every day, from harvest and home games to date nights and catching flights. Find the right picks for any occasion. Just drop by your nearest Kohl's, or you can shop online at Kohls.com. Shop Kohl's or online at Kohls.com today. Mocs have never trailed in the contest and currently have a 4-point lead. UTC very, like I said, 3-point happy thus far. Chattanooga 5 rebounds, and Cal Irvine was 7. So far, Cal Irvine 3 of 10 shooting from the field. Mocs are 4 of 10. UTC 3 of 9 from three-point range. Cal Irvine 1 of 2 from three-point range. 7 rebounds for the Anteaters, 5 for Chattanooga. 3 assists on the 4 baskets by the Mocs, and UTC no turnovers, and Cal Irvine has turned it over twice. Chattanooga, Colin Mulholland has 2 3-pointers, 6 points. Garrison Kiesler, 1 3-pointer, 3 points. Trey Bonham had the other field goal, the layup, and that's 2 points for him. Mocs with the lead. Colin Mulholland got the Mocs started a minute 13 into the game. Knocked down his first of 2 3-pointers in that first half. So Mulholland hit the 3, then Bonham with the layup for 2. Another 3-pointer made it 8-0, and then Cal Irvine went on a 7-0 run. It was 8-7 UTC by 1. Then the Mocs knocked down another 3-pointer. That was by Garrison Kiesler at the 15:23 mark. And UTC with an 11-7 lead with 14:36 left to play in the first half. Former Moc Miles Che will inbound. It goes to Tillis. Back on the perimeter goes with a pump fake, driving the lane, going in for the layup, off no good. Another foul will be called on Chattanooga. This will put Cal Irvine at the free throw line to shoot 2. Mekhi Richards just checked in the game and picks up that personal foul. For Richards, personal foul number 1. For the Mocs, team foul number 2. So now Mulholland has 1 and Richards has 1. Going to the free throw line is Jurian Dixon to shoot 2. UTC all year long, you've been impressed with UTC's free throw shooting as a team, shooting 77%. That's a crazy number. 77% as a team. Cal Irvine's better. They're 80% as a team from the free throw line. 2 free throws there by Dixon, and that makes it with 14-28 left to play in the first half. It's 11-9. Chattanooga's lead is at 2. Honor Huff 0 for 1 from the field thus far. He hasn't drawn iron yet. Threw up an air ball. Trey Bonham penetrates. Pump fake, leans in, puts it up and in. Bonham with his second field goal, and UTC with a 4-point lead, 13-9. Played almost 6 minutes in this first half. Irvine penetrates. Back out in front. Deep three. On the way and good. Three-pointer by Devin Tillis. His second three-pointer, and that makes it a 1-point lead for Chattanooga at 13-12 with 13:56 to play in the first half. In the lane, Bonham fires it up again. A little bit short, and the rebound. No second shots for Chattanooga so far tonight. Irvine, another deep three on the way. That's good. Tillis with a third three-pointer, and Cal Irvine takes their first lead of the night at the 13:39 mark. Cal Irvine goes up 15-13 on Chattanooga. Mocs have the early lead. Bonham gets around a screen, stops, gives it near side Honor Huff to Makai Richards. Richards at the free throw line. Throws it to Sean Cusano in the lineup. Cusano open look three-pointer, yes. Sean Cusano nails the three for Chattanooga. And UTC back on top 16-15 with 13-10 to play in the first half. UTC with a 1-point lead. Driving near side, back on the perimeter it goes to Torian Lee, who had a good night the other night. Torian Lee comes off the bench at a guard spot at 5'10". Near side, Tillis. Tillis against Cusano. Tries to back in against Sean Cusano. Goes inside, tapped away, but a little bit too much pressure that time, and a foul's going to be called on Chattanooga. Cusano picks up the personal foul. That's personal foul number 1 on Sean Cusano, and team foul number 3 on Chattanooga. 3 team fouls on the Mocs, none on Cal Irvine, but UTC hasn't gone to the rack very many times. Hasn't drawn, the Mocs haven't drawn any physicality as of yet. Kyle Evans now in the game for Cal Irvine, got the inbound pass, and a foul's going to be called on Latif Juf, who just checked in. Juf picks up the personal foul, and UTC with team foul number 4. So UTC replaced Richards with the freshman from the Netherlands, and he quickly picked up a personal foul. Devin Tillis checks out for Cal Irvine. UTC leading it by 1. Mocs 16-15, 12:42 to play in the first half. Irvine basketball, driving to the basket in the paint, leaning and traveling. Leaning inside, you thought for a moment it would be a foul on Chattanooga, but Justin Holm just kind of fell forward. Drugged the back foot. Traveling violation. UTC gets it back. Bash Whelan back in the lineup. Garrison Kiesler checks out. So it's Whelan, Juf, Cusano. Jack Costel now in the game, replacing Trey Bonham. Almost stolen away. Juf gets it back. Juf top of the key. Not a big threat to shoot a three. He's only made 1 all season long. Whelan drives, backs his way in. Fadeaway jumper off, no good. And again, not a lot of second shots so far for Chattanooga. Down the floor it goes. Back out in front to Miles Che. Che on the drive against Juf. Throws it back on the perimeter. Anteater basketball. Firing up the three. Off, no good. Rebound. Coming down is Bash Whelan with a rebound for Chattanooga. Mocs still lead by 1. Costello brings it down the floor to Whelan. Inside to Latif Juf. Juf working against Evans. Backs his way in. Juf goes in the center of the paint. Up and under. Off the glass. No good. And a rebound to Cal Irvine. Torian Lee with a rebound. Lee is quick and brings it down the floor in a hurry. Throws it back to Miles Che. Cal Irvine near side to Lee. Torian Lee throws it out in front to Evans. Evans with Juf leaning on him. Back to Miles Che, who wears 77 like he did in Chattanooga. Che with a drive at the free throw line. Boy, I thought that was double dribble. Back out in front it goes. Shot clock 3. Driving far side. Jumper on the way. Off no good. Rebound Latif Juf for Chattanooga. And the outlet pass to Honor Huff. Whelan brings it down the floor. Doesn't shoot. Back out in front Costello. Juve, top of the key, tries it, three-pointer, off, no good. It rattled around like it was going to go in, and Latif Juve now 1 of 12 for the season from three-point range. Cal Irvine comes down, and Miles Che, his first points of the night, and that gives Cal Irvine their second lead of the game. Cal Irvine on top of Chattanooga, 17-16. Cal Irvine's second lead of the night after UTC scored the first 8 points of the game. Honor Huff drives, goes all the way. Layup is rejected by Evans, and he saves it. Down the floor quickly come the Anteaters. Jack Costa, the last line of defense. Shot no good. Rebound Juve. So a 3-on-1 break doesn't work for Cal Irvine. Out in front, Latif Juve to Bash Whelan. Whelan drives to the basket, off the glass. That won't go. Long rebound. Cal Irvine comes away with it. Almost stolen away. Costa whiffed on the steal. The layup is no good, but that will put Jurian Dixon at the free throw line as UTC tried to pick off the pass. Jack Costa whiffed on trying to pick off that pass, sometimes like a defensive back would do. Broke on the ball, but didn't get the interception. Cal Irvine went to the basket with numbers and will take advantage at the free throw line. Irvine leading by 1, 10:07 to play in the first half. It's Cal Irvine 17, Chattanooga Mocs 16. 17-16, UTC down by 1. You're listening to Mocs Basketball, produced by Learfield.
At UTC, it's more than earning a degree. It's about gaining real skills and experiences that prepare you for every step ahead. With more than 150 undergraduate, graduate, and certificate programs, you have countless opportunities to explore, learn, and grow, all in a supportive community right here in Chattanooga. From internships to research to leadership roles, we offer the tools and connections you need to make your education work for you. It's your future, and we're here to help you make the most of it. UTC, Chattanooga's university.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Mocs are just 6 of 18 shooting from the field. That's 33%. And 4 of 11, 36% from three-point range. Mocs have not gone to the free throw line as of yet. That's where Cal Irvine will be in just a moment. Scrappy's Kids Club, presented by Little Debbie Snacks. Membership for Scrappy's Kids Club, just $20. It includes an official Scrappy's Kids Club t-shirt, tickets to select home games, and a whole lot more. You can join simply by going to the website or finding out more information at gomocs.com/Scrappy's Kids Club. gomocs.com/Scrappy's Kids Club. Mocs Basketball brought to you in part by Bud Light, a proud sponsor of Mocs Athletics. Bud Light is easy to drink and easy to enjoy. Mocs got off to a quick start, kind of like Cal Irvine the other night when Cal Irvine went down by 9 early on. North Texas scored the first 9 points. Cal Irvine was down 9-0. This evening, Cal Irvine got down 8-0, came back and scored the next 7. It was an 8-7 game. Mocs made it 11-7, 11-9, 13-12, and then Irvine took their first lead of the night at the 13:39 mark, took a 15-13 lead. Mocs went back on top 16-15. Irvine went back on top 17-16, and that's where we are right now. The Anteaters with a 1-point lead. Cal Irvine, UCI 17, Chattanooga 16. 17-16, UTC trails it by 1, and back to the free throw line is Jurian Dixon, a 75% free throw shooter. 2 points so far tonight. That is a 2-for-2 performance at the free throw line. Mocs in the traveling blue uniforms because they are the lower seed. Cal Irvine was the #1 seed in the West. Mocs beat the #1 seed in the East, knocking off Dayton. Second free throw opportunity, first one good by Dixon. Cal Irvine with a 2-point lead, 10:07 to play in the first half. Second free throw on the way, that's good as well. Perfect swish. to make it 19-16. Irvine by 3. Biggest lead of the night for Cal Irvine. Mock's biggest lead was when it was 8-0. Honor Huff brings it down the floor for Chattanooga. Huff directing traffic, gives it near side Whelan. Mulholland has it free throw line to Jack Costel. Underneath is Whelan. Whelan trying to drive inside, and he's fouled. First foul of the night, Devin Tillis picks up a foul, and some Bronx cheer applause by the UTC fans on the first foul of the night called against Cal Irvine. Mocks have been called for 5. Now Cal Irvine for 1. Trey Bonham will inbound for Chattanooga. Bonham throws it in the corner to Whelan out in front to Mulholland. Colin Mulholland for UTC at the free throw line. Gives it to Costel out in front. Costel around a screen. Back to Mulholland out in front. Pass up the 3 that time. Backdoor cut into Bonham. Bonham drives out of traffic. Brings it back out in front. Shot clock 4. Bonham puts up the shot. Off, no good. Rebound again to Cal Irvine. Not a lot of offensive rebounds so far for Chattanooga. In fact, the Mocs have none. And a foul's going to be called. A charge is going to be called against Cal Irvine. Irvine picks up the personal foul, their second foul of the night. This one will be called against Kyle Evans. So team fouls now 5 against Chattanooga and 2 on successive plays called against Cal Irvine. 1 on defense, 1 on offense. Honor Huff for Chattanooga picks up the dribble, gives it to Jack Costel. Mock's kind of small right now with Costel passing up an open look. Throws on the far side, Whelan to Mulholland. Colin Mulholland, free throw line. They leave him alone, so they're daring him to shoot. Back out in front, Mulholland here this time he will. Off no good. Rebound again. This one by Evans for UCI. Cal Irvine with the possession. Mocs still do not have an offensive rebound. 3-point attempt, no good. Rebound Trey Bonham for Chattanooga. Bonham to Honor Huff. Huff has the big guy guarding him. Not the 7-footer, but they have Devin Tillis at 6'7" guarding him. Inside Mulholland. Puts up the shot, no good, but he gets Evans up in the air, and Evans just picked up his second personal foul. So they'll have to put Lutkin back in the lineup for the Anteaters. That'll put Colin Mulholland at the free throw line. So for the Anteaters, this is a game where Colin Mulholland's going to have to do some things and can't be afraid to shoot the 3, even if he missed a couple, because they're backing off him and letting him be the guy to shoot some open shots. Free throw line for Mulholland is good. He's got 7 points and leads the Mocs in scoring right now with 8:39 to play in the first half. 19-17, and Mulholland trying to make it a 1-point game. 8:39 to play in the first half. 19-17, Mulholland's second free throw. That's good. Colin Mulholland with 8 early points for Chattanooga. I'm telling you, he's going to have to be a bigger factor and not be afraid to shoot that 3, even if he's missed a couple. Driving inside. Pass goes back out in front to Hone. Hone on the wing. Gives it in the corner to Torian Lee. Lee almost lost it. Bounce pass near side. They go to the 7-1 center. Lutkin inside against Mulholland. Tapped away and can't be saved. That's one of those. It was trickling out of bounds. Whelan dove on the ground to try and save it. Would have been the Mocs ball if he just let it go out of bounds, but he didn't see that coming. Because UTC, the big guy, the 7'1" center, was going against Mulholland, and then Honor Huff came from the other direction and tapped it away. Cal Irvine to inbound with 7 on the shot clock. Torian Lee out in front. Shot clock 4. Throws it on the perimeter. Shot clock 2. Deep 3 on the way, in and out, no good. Rebound tap long. Colin Mulholland comes away with it. Outlet pass to Trey Bonham. Tapped away by Cal Irvine. Good defensive play by the Anteaters as Justin Hone knocked it out of bounds, and that brings us to the under 8 media timeout. Under 8, 7:59 to be exact. UTC trails it by 1. Mocs with the possession. 7:59 to play in half number 1. It's the Mocs trailing Cal Irvine by a point. Anteaters 19, Chattanooga Mocs 18. 19-18, UTC down by 1. You're listening to Chattanooga Mocs basketball, which is produced by Learfield.
The Mocs aren't the only local team that make you cheer. At First Bank, we don't have a number on our back. People like the way we back our community. That's why First Bank is the official bank of the UTC Mocs. And why we're making you part of the team with the First Bank Power C debit card. Stop by your local First Bank branch and get the card that shows your team's spirit every time you swipe. Go Mocs. Member FDIC.
Food. It's our thing. But how you shop for it, that's all you. Order online.
Bread, milk, and fresh baked cookies.
And pick it up curbside.
Thank you!
Or have it delivered straight to your door.
Here's your Food City delivery. Oh, thanks.
With Instacart or DoorDash. Nobody does food like Food City. And now get it straight from our doors to yours.
Value every day, Food City.
Cal Irvine with a 1-point lead over Chattanooga. Mocs Athletics would like to thank all their corporate partners who have invested in student athletes at UTC, including Todd Hennon Properties, leaders in homes, estates, land, and farms. By Hoare Construction, building a brighter future right now. By Advanced Energy Engineering and Design, let's create something great together. By InView Graphics, large format printing, full service signs, vehicle wraps, and more. By Visual Edge IT, secure technology solutions. By Morgan Construction, a tradition of excellence in commercial construction for over 40 years. By March Adams and Associates, quality engineering since 1982. And by 12 Point Logistics, where you can be unstoppable. Like I said, the Mocs have been very, very happy from three-point range. UTC has shot 20 shots so far tonight, 13 of them three-pointers. And UTC right now, 4 of 13 from three-point range, 6 of 20 overall from the field. Cal Irvine still 6 of 18 from the field, 33%, and 3 of 7 from three-point range. Cal Irvine, 4 turnovers in the first half thus far. UTC has not turned it over once. But Cal Irvine has a +5 in the rebounding department, and UTC still without an offensive rebound in this game. Cal Irvine only has 1 offensive rebound, but no second shot opportunities for Chattanooga. Like I said, I think Colin Mulholland, because they're backing off him, he's going to have to be a big factor. Right now, 2 of 7 shooting from the field, and all of his shots have been from three-point range. So he's 2 of 7 from the field and 2 of 2 at the free throw line. 7:59 to play in the first half, and UTC trying to regain the lead. Down 1, UTC with the possession. Inbound pass to Whelan from Kiesler. Return handoff to Kiesler out in front. Kiesler directing traffic. Goes back door into Honor Huff. Huff gives it to Whelan. Whelan drives inside. Doesn't want to face the 7'1" guy. Passes it back to the perimeter. Shot clock 7. Mulholland out in front. Gives it to Honor Huff. Shot clock 3. Huff around the screen. Pump fake, pump fake. Huff with the basket. And the three-pointer is good on a bailout 3 from Honor Huff. 7.5 minutes to play in the first half. UTC regains the lead. That buzzer went off with the ball in the air. Quickly down the lane. Coming back with a 2-pointer is Justin Holm. And that ties the game for the first time tonight at 21-21. Mulholland for Chattanooga tapped away and hit away from him, and a foul is going to be called on Cal Irvine. Non-shooting foul, meaning UTC will not be at the free throw line, not yet in the bonus situation. Honor Huff, pump fake, threw up the shot, and as the ball was in the air, the shot clock hit 0. Three-pointer still counts, and we're tied at 21-21. Mocs will inbound, will be Garrison Kiesler. The 7'1" center. He is an intimidator inside. Pull-up jumper by Whelan is good. Dash Whelan, his first 2 points of the game. 7:05, and UTC regains a 23-21 lead. Mocs on top. Whelan gives UTC the lead with 6:55 right now to play in the first half. On the perimeter is Dixon, working it down low. 7'1" guy loses it out of bounds, but apparently tapped out of bounds, I guess, by Colin Mulholland. So Mulholland tapped it out of bounds against Brent Lutgen, the 7'1", 260 senior from Germany. Inbound pass underneath the basket. Hook shot on the way and good by Devin Tillis. Tillis so far is living up to expectations. He's got 11 points here in the early going. They don't have it on the board, but Cal Irvine leads by 2. 25-23. No, it's tied 23-23. That's right. Honor Huff to Mulholland. In the lane, Huff. Back on the perimeter, Kiesler. Colin Mulholland. Wide open three. Too hard, no good. Long rebound, and Whelan going for the rebound, I think, is going to be fouled by Miles Che. Che picks up the personal foul, much to the delight of UTC fans, as Miles Che, of course, wore a mock uniform his freshman year last year at UTC. Che and Whelan were going for the rebound, and the foul on Miles Che. Kiesler on the perimeter for Chattanooga. Bounce pass inside to Bonham. Backdoor pass inside. Back to Bonham. Bonham underneath. He doesn't want to face the 7'1" guy either. Shot clock 7. Bonham drives inside. Turns, fires, jumper, off, no good. Rebound comes down to Devin Tillis. Anteaters bring it down the floor. Tillis on the perimeter. Three-pointer, no good. Lukin tries to tip it in, no good, and Whelan fouled from behind. I think that foul's going to be called on the Anteaters, Jurian Dixon. Dixon picks up the personal foul. Tied 23-23. Second tie of the night. Again, a non-shooting foul. Team foul number 6 on Cal Irvine, so they come in a flurry for the Anteaters. Mocs have been stuck on 5 team fouls for a moment. UTC with the basketball back in a tie ball game with 5:50 left to play in the first half. Trey Bonham lets it roll a little bit, picks it up in the backcourt to Garrison Kiesler across the timeline. Bounce pass Latif Juf. He goes right to the basket, lays it up and in. The freshman for his first 2 to make it 25-23. UTC with a lead, 5:31. Jupe with the basket to give the Mocs a 2-point advantage. Far side it goes. They try to work it inside, and Jupe is going to be called for a foul from behind. That'll be his second. Dan Earl, and phrase has been used many times, the three-headed monster at center for Chattanooga after Frank Champion went down with a torn meniscus. So they use Mulholland, Jupe, and Richards. So between those 3, they got 15 fouls to give, and they may use every single one of them tonight. Mocs by 2, 5:22 to play in the first half. Inbound pass to the 7'1" Lutkin against Makai Richards. In the lane, stolen away by Kiesler. Good defensive lineman right there. Couldn't get the pass. He just put his arms up in the air and stole it away. Huff gets around his man. His three-pointer, short, no good. Still not an offensive rebound for Chattanooga. Rebound comes down to the Anteaters. Three-pointer on the perimeter. Off, no good. Rebound Cusano for Chattanooga. Mocs by 2 with the ball with under 5 minutes to play in the first half. Honor Huff for Chattanooga gives it to Kiesler. Kiesler to Makai Richards. Richards gives it back to Kiesler. Drives in the lane. Pump fake inside. Throws it back up. Short, no good. Intimidated by the 7'1" guy. Back the other way comes Cal Irvine, trailing by 2. On the perimeter, driving inside. Going in for the layup up and in. 2-pointer by Justin Hone. Hone, the 6'2", 190 grad student from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, ties the game at 25-25. Third tie of the night. Trey Bonham goes inside. Runner on the way. That won't go. Juice Tippin won't go. Lukin with the rebound. Cal Irvine can regain the lead. Just over 4 minutes to play in the first half. A quick-moving first half. Not a lot of whistles. Three-pointer on the way. That three-pointer no good. Rebound to Bonham in traffic. Mocs with numbers if they hurry. Bonham brings it down the floor. Goes all the way. His layup. That won't go. Cusano with a rebound. There's an offensive rebound for the Mocs. Richards has control out in front. Works his way free throw line in the paint. Back on the perimeter to Honor Huff. Tie ball game with under 4 minutes to play in the first half. Huff for Chattanooga gets around a screen. Drives free throw line. His runner on the way. Rims out no good. A tie up for the rebound. They're still tied up. Trey Bonham for Chattanooga. And Ojaduwihi tied up for Cal Irvine. There's timeout on the floor in this tie contest with 3:35 left to play in the first half. Tie ball game, 25-25. Mocs finally with an offensive rebound. They've got 2 of them so far tonight. 2 offensive rebounds for the Mocs. 2 second shot opportunities all night long for Chattanooga. 3:35 to play in half number 1. Tie ball game, NIT championship game here at historic Hinkle Fieldhouse in Indianapolis on the campus of Butler University. Mocs 25, Anteaters 25. Timeout on the floor. You're listening to Mocs Basketball, produced by Learfield.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Black Creek Chattanooga is a proud supporter of UTC Mocs Athletics. We've built this partnership over many years, and we've built the area's premier master-planned community just 10 minutes from downtown so you can keep connected to fellow fans from the ball game to the backyard. After cheering on the Mocs, come home and experience the comfortable mountaintop luxury and natural beauty that make this place so special. Discover living at Black Creek Chattanooga. There's only one Black Creek. BlackCreekLiving.com.
Mocs 25, Anteaters 25, 3:35 to play in the first half. Erlanger Sports Medicine is the official docs of the Mocs. When you need to get back in the game fast, trust Erlanger Sports Medicine to help you. Call 423-778-MOCS, 423-778-6627. Mocs athletes, they trust Erlanger. So right now the Mocs have taken 30 shots. Cal Irvine has taken 24. Of the 24 for Cal Irvine, 10 have been beyond the arc. So 10 three-point attempts for Cal Irvine. Mocs have shot 30 shots. 16 of those have been three-pointers. UTC a little bit intimidated going inside against the 7'1" center. I think UTC is going to have to test those waters a little bit, or make sure Colin Mulholland, when he gets the opportunity from three-point range, is not shy about putting up a shot. Mocs are 9 of 30 shooting from the field, 30% thus far. Cal Irvine at 37%, 9 of 24, 3 of 10 from three-point range. Mocs 5 of 16, 30% from beyond the arc. These are two great free throw shooting teams, and neither team has missed a free throw. Mocs 2 of 2, Cal Irvine 4 of 4. So not a lot of free throws. That means it hasn't really been, it's been a lot more finesse than physicality so far tonight. Chattanooga basketball, after the jump ball, the arrow favoring UTC. Bottom to inbound, tapped out of bounds by Elijah Cole. So UTC will do it again with 3:34 to play in the first half. Game tied 25-25. UTC jumped off to an 8-0 lead, and Cal Irvine quickly came back by scoring 7 unanswered. Bottom to inbound for Chattanooga in the corner. Gives it to Jack Costel now in the lineup. Costel on the perimeter for Chattanooga, directing traffic out in front, and wow, a little bit of a foul's going to be called inside against Cal Irvine. I think they got Elijah Cole. I think. So the foul on Cal Irvine, and that puts UTC in the bonus situation. I never thought that UTC would get to the line before Cal Irvine. Colin Mulholland, front end one in bonus, misses it, but Cusano taps it. On the perimeter is Huff, and he hits a three. Honor Huff, three-pointer with 3:21 to play in the first half. Honor Huff with a three ball, and UTC leads it by that margin, 28-25. Mocs with the lead. Cal Irvine three from the corner. That's good. Three-pointer is good by Justin Hone to tie the game at 28-28. Tie number 4 of the night with 3:01 to play. Mocs basketball stolen away. Here comes Cal Irvine. 1-on-2 break. Driving inside is Dixon. Dixon crossover dribble in the paint. Mocs recovered defensively. Back on the perimeter is Hone. Hone gets around a screen, throws it in the corner. Three-pointer on the way, in and out, no good. Rebound goes long. Cusano picks it up again. for Chattanooga. Sean Cusano with the Mocs with now 4 rebounds. Three-pointer for Chattanooga. That's good by Jack Costal. Costal with a 3 with 2:25 to play in the half. And it's 31-28. Chattanooga by 3. Anteaters at the free throw line. Driving inside. Shot no good. Offensive rebound off the glass and up and in. Two-pointer by Chol to make it 31-30. UTC by 1. 2:05 to play in the first half. Costal just hit a basket for Chattanooga. Brings it up the floor to Honor Huff. Mulholland gives it to Cusano. Back to Colin Mulholland. Stands top of the key. Mulholland near side. Cusano bobbles it for a moment and has to grab it back off the floor. Cusano drives inside. Back to Mulholland. Three-pointer. Too hard, no good. Cusano keeps it alive, but in the arms of Jurian Dixon of the Anteaters. Driving is Hone. Hone against Costal. Throws it in the corner. Back on the perimeter it goes to Tillis. Tillis is running in the lane. Alley-oop shot. Off the glass. Up and in. Chol with his second two-pointer. And Cal Irvine takes the lead with 1:23 to play in the first half. 32-31. Cal Irvine leading it by a point. And I think Dan Earl wants a timeout with 1:16 to play in the first half. Cal Irvine with back-to-back baskets by 6'11" sophomore from Cummings, Georgia, Elijah Chol. 6'11". Irvine got an offensive rebound, fed it inside to him to take the lead just seconds ago. 1:16 to play in half number 1. 32-31. Cal Irvine with the lead over Chattanooga. As I said, the Mocs jumped out to an 8-0 lead. Cal Irvine then scored 7 unanswered. It was 8-7 Chattanooga. Irvine took their first lead at the 15-13. They went on top 15-13 with 13-39. Lead is seesawed back and forth. Irvine led 17-16, led by 3. 19-16, Mocs came back, led by 2, 21-19. Game was tied, 21. Tied again, 25. Tied again, 28. Mocs took a 3-point lead, 31-28 on the Jack Costal three-pointer. And now Cal Irvine has come back with back-to-back baskets by Elijah Chol. And Cal Irvine leads Chattanooga by 1, 32-31. Garrison Kiesler back in the lineup, so is Latif Juf for Chattanooga. Kiesler out in front for the Mocs as UTC trails it by a point with 70 seconds to play in the first half. Kiesler on the dribble, Mocs spread the floor a little bit. Give it to Juf at the free throw line. Juf at the elbow. Hands it off to Trey Bonham. Bonham drives inside, goes up and puts it up and in. Bonham for 2, his third field goal of the night. UTC regains the lead with 50 seconds to play in the first half. And now Cal Irvine wants to call a timeout in the final 49.9 seconds in the first half. Seesaw game, and like I said, the Mocs have to challenge at some point and go inside. Bonham is really good at that, of going inside, getting the pump fake, getting your defender up in the air, and that's exactly what happened. Trey Bonham drove inside, got the big center up in the air. He didn't foul that time, but on the way down, Bonham went up and got the two-pointer to go as UTC regains a 1-point lead with 49.9 seconds to play in the first half. Mocs shooting 35% from the field, and Cal Irvine right now shooting 41%. 33-32, Mocs by 1 at halftime. UTC a 3.5-point underdog entering this game. They've been underdogs in every game in the tournament. They are 3.5-point underdogs to Loyola, 2.5 to Bradley. Che to inbound in the corner, back to Miles Che. Che skip pass near side, wide open three-point look on the way and good. Three-pointer is good by Jurian Dixon. His first field goal of the night. Cal Irvine goes up 35-33 with 36 seconds to play in the first half. Mocs basketball with about a 8 or 9 second differential between shot clock and game clock. So I think Cal Irvine was definitely playing for a 2-for-1 type of situation. 2 possessions in the final moments. Bonham again drives against the 7'1" guy, and there he goes. Gets it up and in. Tie ball game at 35. Cal Irvine final shot, 7 seconds left. Miles Che, nice feed inside, and the layup by Tillis is good. First half, Trey Bonham, half court. Three-pointer's good! Three-pointer is good by Trey Bonham from half-court range. Who do you get the congratulations from? Terrell Owens. T.O. giving Trey Bonham a little high five as UTC regains the lead on a Trey Bonham half-court three-pointer at the buzzer to end the first half. UTC with a lead at halftime. Maybe it's just that kind of year. Trey Bonham with a three at the buzzer as the Mocs lead at halftime 38-37. Okay, 20 in the books in this championship game as, yes, Terrell Owens stalks the sidelines right now and talks to Brandon Bourne. Two guys have probably hit a shot or two like that in their day. Terrell Owens and Brandon Bourne talking at halftime as Bonham nails a three at the buzzer from just inside half court, and the Mocs lead by one at halftime. Chattanooga 38, Cal Irvine 37. 38-37. It's the Mocs by one at halftime. You're listening to Mocs Basketball, produced by Learfield.
Pay the order of hope. Promise. Tomorrow. For years, the Tennessee Lottery has written some pretty big checks, but it turns out that our biggest winner continues to be education. In fact, we've raised more than $7.5 billion and provided more than 2 million scholarships and grants for Tennessee students. Learn more about how lottery dollars are making a difference at tnlottery.com. It's game-changing, life-changing fun.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Food, it's our thing. But how you shop for it, that's all you. Order online.
Bread, milk, and fresh baked cookies.
And pick it up curbside.
Thank you!
Or have it delivered straight to your door.
Here's your food city delivery. Oh, thanks.
With Instacart or DoorDash. Nobody does food like Food City. And now get it straight from our doors to yours.
Value every day, Food City.
Mocs fans, where can you find mountaintop luxury with Chattanooga City views? A walkable community of neighbors and friends with new phases now open and room to build your dream home? A private club with tennis, pickleball, and a chef-led restaurant, and home to the area's only Tennessee Top 5 private golf course. It's all here and more at Black Creek, Chattanooga, just 10 minutes away from Finley Stadium. There's only one Black Creek, blackcreekliving.com.
On the Mocs Sports Network from Learfield, this is the Mocs Halftime Show.
No, this is the halftime show. If you're watching on ESPN, she is famous internationally. She's called the Red Panda, the unicyclist Red Panda. I think she's ready to retire, but she has performed all over the world and performed one time in Chattanooga. If you've never, Google Red Panda and you'll see her act. It's absolutely outstanding, I'll just tell you. You know it's a big game if you have Red Panda at halftime and T.O. giving a high five to Trey Bonham as the first half comes to an end. So, yes, if you're watching on ESPN right now, and I think I have a monitor in front of me, you can see the Red Panda at work. And, again, she has performed everywhere in the NBA, and a pretty impressive act as is. Red Panda performing at halftime, that's how you know it's a big-time event. Mocs with the lead, 38-37. Google Red Panda if you don't know what I'm talking about. Red Panda's unicycle act. It's unbelievable. Mocs took an early lead, but then Cal Irvine came right back. Mocs were up 8-0. Cal Irvine came back and made it 8-7. Mocs were up 11-7, 11-9. Irvine's first lead was at the 13:39 mark when it was 15-3. Lead seesaw back and forth. Irvine took a 17-16 lead with 10:47 to play in the half. then went up by 3. Mocs cut it to 1. UTC regained the lead at the 7:30 mark. Mocs are up 21-19. Game tied for the first time of the night, 21-21. Tied again, 23-23. Tied again, 25-25, with about 5 minutes to play in the first half. Honor Huff hit a bailout three-pointer to give UTC a 28-25 lead, but Cal Irvine came right back, nailed the three with 3:01 to play in the first half to tie the game 28-28. Mocs are up 31-28. Irvine then scored 4 unanswered, went up 32-31. Mocs led 33-32 with less than a minute to play in the first half. Cal Irvine came back, scored some points, and went up 37-35 over Chattanooga. And then Trey Bonham, half-court shot just inside half-court as the first half came to an end. Half-court shot at the buzzer, and that three-pointer gives UTC a 38-37 lead at halftime. Mocs leading at the intermission on the Trey Bonham half-court three. Mocs 38, Anteaters 37. Back with more numbers. I'm enjoying the Red Panda here at halftime as you're listening to Mocs Basketball, produced by Learfield.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining built Ford tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Hey Mocs fans, are you looking for the latest blue and gold gear to showcase your Mocs pride? Just visit GoMocs.com, click on the shop tab, and find the latest styles of the season from top brands like Adidas, Champion, Columbia, and much more. We have items for the whole family, including men's, women's, kids, and even some items for your pets. Show up to the game in style, and remember, always wear your officially licensed Mocs gear on game day. Go Mocs!
Whether you prefer the connections of a small classroom or energy of an SEC school, the University of Tennessee system has the campus for you. I'm Randy Boyd, president of the UT system, inviting you to explore our 5 unique campuses in Knoxville, Chattanooga, Pulaski, Martin, and Memphis. With scholarships like the UT Promise, nearly half of our students graduate debt-free, making a UT education attainable for every Tennessee family. Start your journey at findyourut.com. 5 campuses, one just for you.
Plan ahead and plan for success. Put Lee Company on your team for all your facility and home maintenance needs. They are proud to be the official HVAC partner of the Chattanooga Mocs and have serviced homes and businesses for 80 years. For the very best heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electrical services, call Lee Company at 423-567-8877. Visit them at leecompany.com or call at 423-567-8877.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
I don't think I've ever done play-by-play of a unicyclist before, but the Red Panda, the most famous unicyclist in the world, performing at halftime to a standing ovation. It got loud for Red Panda just a moment ago. 38-37, Chattanooga with the lead on a Trey Bonham half-court shot at the intermission. Scoring in the first half for Chattanooga, leading the way is Bonham with 11 points, the only Mocs player in double figures thus far. Bonham 5 of 10 from the field, 1 of 2 from three-point range, and you should almost get 4 points for that one. Bonham with 11. Colin Mulholland with 8 points in the first half. Honor Huff with a couple of three-pointers. He's got 6. Garrison Kiesler a three-pointer. He's got 3. Sean Cusano with 3 points in the first half. 3 points for Jack Costel. And Latif Juf has scored 2 in the first half. For Cal Irvine, Devin Tillis leads the way, leads all scorers with 13 points in the first half on 5 of 7 shooting, 3 of 4 from three-point range. 9 points for Justin Horn in the first half. 9 points on 4 of 8 shooting from the field. 7 points for Jurian Dixon in half number 1. Elijah Cho had back-to-back two-pointers in the first half to give Cal Irvine the lead. He has 4 points in half number 1. Julian Dixon with a basket for 2. And the big 7-foot center, Brink Lutkin, with 1 field goal in the first half, 2 points in half number 1. Mocs with a 1-point lead at halftime. Chattanooga 38, Cal Irvine 37. 38-37, UTC leading by 1 at the intermission. More of those halftime numbers come your way following this timeout as you're listening to Chattanooga Mocs Basketball, which is produced by Learfield.
The Mocs aren't the only local team that make you cheer. At First Bank, we don't have a number on our back. People like the way we back our community. That's why First Bank is the official bank of the UTC Mocs. And why we're making you part of the team with the First Bank Power C debit card. Stop by your local First Bank branch and get the card that shows your team spirit every time you swipe. Go Mocs. Member FDIC. The University of Tennessee at Chattanooga School of Nursing offers degree specialties at all levels, including Doctor of Nursing Practice for nurse anesthesia, family nurse practitioner, adult gerontology, acute care nurse practitioner, nurse administration, and postmaster's DNP for AP RNs who wish to earn a doctorate. There are online-only options for the DNP in nursing administration, DNP postmasters, and RN to BSN. Visit the UTC School of Nursing online at utc.edu/nursing.
Let's go, Mocs! It's football season, and you could be just 10 minutes away from Finley Stadium at Chattanooga's premier master-planned community. Black Creek Chattanooga brings it all together. Mountaintop luxury, city views, walkable neighborhoods, and miles of connected trails. All with the only Tennessee top 5 private golf course in town and our chef-led restaurant at the club. There are so many reasons why. There's only one Black Creek. BlackCreekLiving.com.
Are you tired of constantly maintaining your home's exterior? If so, it's time to call Chattanooga Exteriors and let us help you say goodbye to staining, splinters, painting, and rotten wood. We're the largest installer of composite decking and hardy board siding in the Chattanooga area. Voted best of the best 4 years in a row. We can help guide you through the process from concept to completion. Visit ChattanoogaExteriors.com or call us at 423-805-3800. Chattanooga Exteriors, just built different.
Mocs back on the floor with a 1-point lead. UTC in the traveling blue uniforms being the lower seeded team. In the West Quadrant, Cal Irvine was the top seeded team. UTC's already beaten one number 1 seed. Dayton was a number 1 seed in the Mocs Quadrant. UTC beat a 4 seed, that was Middle Tennessee State. Beat a 1 seed, that was Dayton. And beat a number 3 seed, which was Loyola. So UTC's been the underdog in every game they played in this tournament. Numbers in the first half. Chattanooga 14 of 36 from the field, 14 of 36, 39%. Cal Irvine was 14 of 31, 45%. Mocs were 8 of 20 from three-point range, 40%. Cal Irvine was 5 of 13, 38%. UTC 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Cal Irvine 4 of 4. Cal Irvine plus 4 in the rebounding department, out-rebounding Chattanooga 21-17. Mocs only turned it over 1 time in the first half compared to 5 turnovers for Cal Irvine. UTC with the slimmest of slim leads, up by 1 at halftime on a three-pointer at the end of the first half, just inside half court for Trey Bonham. Bonham's three-pointer gives UTC a 1-point lead at the intermission. Second half action comes your way following this timeout. Mocs lead by 1, 38-37. Second half action coming your way next as you're listening to Mocs Basketball, produced by Learfield.
A successful retirement requires a solid game plan. Strategic Wealth Designers, an official partner of Chattanooga Athletics, is here to assist. Our holistic approach to retirement planning looks at your financial landscape so that we can create customized strategies that align with your long-term goals. Start planning your retirement today. Visit swdgroup.com or give us a call at 1-87-SWD-GROUP. Strategic Wealth Investment Group is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Chattanooga Athletics is a proud sponsorship program. They are neither a current client nor an affiliated entity of, nor does endorse SWD.
Need tools for a DIY project or planning an epic event? Action Rental and Sales has got you covered. From ride-on aerators for your lawn to tables and chairs for your backyard bash, we've got it all. Also, take advantage of our weekend rental special. Grab your gear on Friday afternoon and return it by 9 a.m. on Monday. No rush, no fuss. Visit actionrentals.com or stop by on Lee Highway. Action Rentals, your go-to for getting things done.
At UTC, we're serious about keeping college affordable, and nearly half our graduates finish debt-free, and so can you. With Tennessee Hope, UT Promise, and scholarships just for UTC students, we make sure your education stays within reach. We'll work with you one-on-one to find the best financial aid options and keep your costs down. Plus, staying in Chattanooga means saving money and being part of a community that's behind you every step of the way. It's all about graduating ready for what's next, without debt holding you back. UTC, Chattanooga's university.
When the game goes into overtime, but the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
There's 20 minutes left in this season. Sometimes you say that and say for one of these teams, there's 20 minutes left in the season for both of these teams. And UTC leads by 1 at the halftime intermission. I just saw the replay on Trey Bonham's shot. It was beyond half court. It wasn't a stride inside of the half court line. It was a stride outside of the half court line. UTC by 1. About to get the second half underway, and it is. The inbound pass goes from Dixon to Miles Che in the second 20 minutes of this championship contest underway here in Indianapolis. Ball goes out in front and controlling nearest Tillis. Driving at the top of the key, throwing it inside to the big man, and Colin Mulholland fouls him before that. For Colin Mulholland, his second personal foul. So UTC centers, like I said, they have 15 fouls to give, and they might use every one of them on the 7'1" center. For Cal Irvine. Che, the former mock to inbound. Tapped in the corner. Recovered by the Anteaters. Trying to post up inside. Inside Tillis. Tillis against Whelan. Throws it back on the perimeter. Reposting to Tillis against Whelan. Tillis goes inside. Layup on the way and good. Devin Tillis finally won the battle for his 15th point of the night. And Cal Irvine goes up 39-38. UTC trails it by 1. 19:15 left to play. Cal Irvine with the steal. Driving in the lane, layup on the way, and good. Cal Irvine with back-to-back baskets to start the second half, and they take a 41-38 three-point lead over Chattanooga a minute into the second half. Backdoor cut goes into Honor Huff. He gives it to Bonham in the corner. Bonham drives on the baseline. Throws it to Kiesler. Kiesler in the corner. That won't go. And the rebound comes down to Jurian Dixon. Cal Irvine with the possession and a three-point lead. Driving inside against Mulholland for a moment. Kicking it back on the perimeter to Miles Che. Back out in front to Tillis. Tillis against Whelan. Tillis on the perimeter. Hands it off there. Controlling there is Justin Hone. Back to Tillis against Whelan. They like that matchup. Tillis goes inside. Back on the perimeter. Stolen away. Honor Huff with the steal. Oh, I thought that was a foul. Trey Bonham drives inside. Goes up, throws up the shot. No good. And finally a foul's going to be called against Cal Irvine. That's a makeup call because they missed the first one. I'm telling you that Trey Bonham was fouled. And then on the rebound, they blew a whistle that was not quite as flagrant as foul number 1 on Bonham. But UTC gets a call, and Kiesler will inbound. Kiesler into Mulholland. Mulholland against Lutkin. Goes inside, up and under, puts it up and in. Colin Mulholland with his 10th point of the night. And UTC trails it by 1, 41-40. Irvine with a 1-point lead, 2 minutes into the second half. Driving near side, working on the wing, going to the 7-1 center. Return pass on the perimeter, three-pointer, off no good. Weak side rebound to Garrison Kiesler for Chattanooga. Kiesler brings it down the floor, hands it out in front. Mulholland's three on the way, in and out, no good. Lutkin with the rebound. Outlet pass goes near side. Hone brings it down the floor. Hone tries to get around Mulholland, does so, lays it up and in. Home for two. He outquicked the Mocs that time. Cal Irvine with a three-point lead, 43-40. Trey Bottom for Chattanooga. Bottom to Honor Huff. Huff gives it to Mulholland at the free throw line. Mulholland one dribble, backdoor cut in the Bottom. Bottom doesn't want to challenge the 7-1 center and brings it out of traffic. Mulholland open again. Three-pointer, that won't go again. Rebound goes out of bounds, and it will be Cal Irvine basketball. Mocs will make a change and put Latif Juf in the lineup. But like I said, I just think Colin Mulholland has to keep firing. You have to make people pay for gambling on defense. And they're gambling by, and I think that's exactly what Dan Earl is telling them right now. Said, keep on shooting, it's okay. Mocs down 3, 43-40, about 3 minutes into the second half. Miles Che gives it out in front. In the corner it goes, trying to post up. Going in the lane is Dixon. Jumper on the way, short, no good. Rebound goes long, retrieved by Bash Whelan. Mocs with a 3-on-2, but Whelan slows it down. Out in front is Kiesler. Honor Huff's three on the way, off no good. Rebound, Juf can't grab it. It goes off Juf and out of bounds. It'll be Cal Irvine's basketball with 16:32 left to play in the game. 16:32 left to play in the season for both these teams. Chattanooga down 3, 43-40. Che brings it across the timeline. Miles Che, former Mock, with 2 points so far in this game. Hone out in front. Gets around a screen. Drives in the lane against Juf and misses the layup, but the follow-up is up and in. Lutkin with his second field goal of the night to make it 46-40. Biggest lead of the night for Cal Irvine with 16:06 now to play in the game. Juf at the free throw line extended. Out in front to Whelan. Whelan doesn't take the three. Bash Whelan works his way far side, spins in the lane, loses the handle, and Cal Irvine comes, well, had the steal, but they tried to save it and did the Mocs a favor. That one was going out of bounds off of Whelan. Cal Irvine tried to save it and stepped out of bounds, so UTC will have the possession 4 minutes and 9 seconds into the second half. Chattanooga down 5. Mocs trailing by 5. Cal Irvine 45, Chattanooga 40. 45-40. Anteaters on top by 5. You're listening to Chattanooga Mocs basketball, which is produced by Learfield.
Hello, class. I'm from the Tennessee Lottery and your professor for the next 30 seconds. So where do proceeds from playing the Tennessee Lottery go? If you answered education, you're at the top of your class. The Tennessee Lottery has raised more than $7 billion for education programs like Hope Scholarships, Tennessee Promise, and much more. Now for some easy homework, go to tnlottery.com and see how the Tennessee Lottery helps students.
Salsaritas is where you get crowd-pleasing catering for your upcoming party, business meeting, wedding, or any gathering. Don't stress when trying to cater to the many different taste buds. Everyone enjoys the taco or the fajita bar. Salsaritas catering is fresh, delicious, and stress-free. From the perfectly seasoned meats, fresh veggies, wildly addictive chips, and fresh-made salsas, plus no one says no to queso. Great food is a must at a great gathering. Call 865-505-TACO. Don't settle for boring. Make it a fiesta with Salsaritas Catering.
15:51 left to play in the game, and Chattanooga down 5. Cal Irvine 45 and Chattanooga 40. You can become a member of Scrappy's Restaurant Club. That is, have a great meal, great night out, and support the restaurants that support your Chattanooga Mocs, including Mission Barbecue, serving those who serve, by Carrabba's. Elevate any event with Carrabba's Catering. By Texas Roadhouse, you can visit them in Hickson or in Hamilton Place. By Edley's Barbecue, a tribute to all things Southern. By Salsarita's Fresh Mexican Grill. By First Watch, the Daytime Cafe. And by Jack's, where at Jack's, it's all about the South. UTC a little bit of a slow start in the second half. Mocs in the second half 0 for 4 from three-point range and just 1 of 7 shooting from the field. Cal Irvine 4 of 7. Each team gotten off 7 shots in the second half. Anteaters have made 4 of theirs. Mocs only with 1 that got down for their attempts in the second half. So for the game, Cal Irvine shooting 47%, 18 to 38 for the game. Chattanooga shooting 34.9%. Mocs 15 of 43, and of those 43, 24 have been three-pointers. UTC came into this game having shot 985 three-pointers this season, so over 1,000 three-pointers shot by this basketball team. 15:51 to play in the game. Cal Irvine in the white home uniforms because they're the higher seed. Chattanooga in the traveling black uniforms. Kiesler to inbound for Chattanooga. Gets it into Latif Juf. Well, they're playing Trey Bonham hard. Inside Honor Huff. Honor Huff loses the handle, and UTC guilty of the turnover. Slow start for the Mocs in this first 4+ minutes of the second half. Chattanooga led 38-37 at halftime, but now it's Cal Irvine leading by 5. Anteaters with the possession. Out in front it goes to Hone. Home throws it far side to Dixon. Dixon into Tillis. Tillis against Whelan. Like I said, they like that matchup. Give it on the near side. Open look from the corner. Passing up the shot is Dixon. Shot clock 4. Dixon in the lane. Fadeaway jumper is good. Dixon now with 9 points. Biggest lead of the game. It's now 47-40. And it's a 7-point lead for Cal Irvine. Now 5 minutes into the second half. Kiesler on the perimeter for Chattanooga to Juf. Juf will back his way in. Now he hands it off to Bonham. Bonham underneath the basket. Needs somewhere to go. Needs some help. Throws it out in front to Whelan. Whelan drives inside. Turns back out in front. Tapped by Kiesler. But a foul's going to be called. I think that foul's going to be called. I thought it was against Miles Che, but maybe against Devin Tillis. Tillis picks up his second personal foul. No one in any foul trouble for Cal Irvine. Kyle Evans off the bench has been called for 2. No one really in foul trouble for the Mocs. The most is Latif Juf with 2. Out in front is Bonham. His three-pointer won't go. Rebound goes long. Cal Irvine comes away with it. Anteaters with the possession. Hone has it out in front. 7-point lead for the Anteaters. 14:20 left to play in the game. Mocs switch off. Hone has control out in front. Near side, they try to post up the big man. Against Juf. He throws it on the perimeter. Miles Che gets his man up in the air. Drives inside, has it blocked, but will go to the free throw line. Che went to the basket against Chattanooga. Nice fake, got his man up in the air and Mocs are called for the foul. Foul called on Chattanooga. Miles Che at the free throw line. Very good free throw line shooter. 87% from the free throw line. 2 points so far tonight for Miles Che, the former Moc, sophomore from LA. Che at the free throw line. That went on the way and good. His third point of the night. And Cal Irvine continues to add to their lead as the Mocs off to an extremely slow start. Right now they've been outscored 11-2 in this second half. And now the lead is 8 for Cal Irvine. Che with his second free throw, he's almost automatic. Che at the free throw line, second one on the way. And as I say that, he misses. 48-40. Cal Irvine equals the Mocs' biggest lead. Mocs jumped out to an 8-0 lead. Cal Irvine now leads it by 8. Juf at the free throw line gives it to Whelan. Bash Whelan free throw line jumper. That won't go. Keister with a rebound. Huff with a 3 on the way and good. Honor Huff with his third three-pointer of the night. UTC scores at the 13:42 mark. Honor Huff makes it 48-43. Just a 5-point lead. Cal Irvine driving inside. Trey Bonham on the defense, and Bonham's going to be called for the personal foul, and that again will put Cal Irvine at the free throw line. A great free throw shooting team. The Mocs are really, really good. As a team, the Mocs 77%, and Cal Irvine even better than that. An 80% free throw shooting percentage as a team. Stepping up to the free throw line is Dixon, 75% from the free throw line. Dixon with 9 points so far tonight, trying to move into double figures right here. Dixon free throw line where he's 4 for 4 so far. Dixon first free throw, that's good. He's got 10 points and Cal Irvine leads it by 6. 49-43, 13 and a half minutes to play in the game. Mocs go smaller as Jack Costal replaces Latif Juf in the lineup for Chattanooga with 13:30 left to play. Dixon with a second free throw opportunity, his 6th of the night. Dixon puts it up and in. Cal Irvine, the number 1 seed in the West, with a 7-point lead at 50-43. On front, Honor Huff on the dribble. Gives it to Bonham to Kiesler. Said all the time, Bonham's going to do his. Free throw line, Whelan puts it up and in. Bash Whelan. But UTC needs someone else. It can't always be Bonham and Huff. And throughout this run in the NIT, someone else has indeed stepped up, but they're still looking for that person so far tonight. Good defense by the Mocs, tapped away by Costal and out of bounds. 5-point game with 12:58 left to play. Good defense by Jack Costal. So Cal Irvine went smaller. That is, you put in 6'10" Kyle Evans instead of 7'1" Brent Lucan. Driving to the basket. Layup off no good. Rebound Kiesler for Chattanooga. Mocs down 5. Kiesler running it down the floor. Stops. Gives it to Whelan. Whelan on the perimeter. Backdoor cut into Bonham. Bonham lets the traffic clear and lays it up and in. Trey Bonham first point second half. 50-47. Mocs are down 7, now down 3 with 12 and a half to play. On the perimeter it goes to Dixon. Dixon drives hard, stops. Kiesler guards him. Inside, layup on the way, off no good. On the rebound, I think Costal got the rebound, and Evans might have been on his back. I think the foul, though, may be called on Chattanooga. And Dan Earl doesn't like it at all. Bonham's going to pick up his 3rd personal foul. That's a tough foul, especially when you call it a shooting foul. Back to the free throw line go the Anteaters. Tillis to shoot 2. First one, off no good. Tillis with 15 points so far tonight. Good balanced scoring team is Cal Irvine. 4 of the 5 starters scoring double figures. Second free throw opportunity for Tillis after he missed the first one in this 3-point game. Anteaters on top by 3 as UTC gets off to a slow start in the second half. Second free throw is good, so 12:20 left to play. 51-47, the lead is 4. Mocs will have the possession. Honor Huff brings it down the floor. 51-47, 4-point game. Kiesler top of the key, doesn't shoot that 3. Kiesler to Costal. Costal does. His 3-pointer, too short, no good. Long rebound to Cal Irvine. Anteaters down the floor in a hurry. Nice pass, feed inside, layup up and in by Dixon. Dixon for 2. 53-47, 6-point game. Bonham on the perimeter. Now they leave Kiesler alone, but he doesn't shoot. Inside, Whelan fouled on the way to the basket. So Whelan's not afraid to take it strong inside, and Bonham is not afraid either. But there has been an intimidation factor inside, as UTC's Bash Whelan should be at the free throw line, fouling the foul inside with 11:48 left to play in the game. 11:48 remaining. It's a 6-point game. Mocs will be at the free throw line to shoot 2, trying to make a 6-point game a 4-point game. 53-47. Cal Irvine with the lead on Chattanooga. Timeout on the floor in the second half of this title game of the National Invitation Tournament. 53-47. Mocs down by 6. Timeout on the floor, Mocs basketball. Produced by Learfield.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining built Ford tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Are you tired of constantly maintaining your home's exterior? If so, it's time to call Chattanooga Exteriors and let us help you say goodbye to staining, splinters, painting, and rotten wood. We're the largest installer of composite decking and hardy board siding in the Chattanooga area. Voted best of the best 4 years in a row. We can help guide you through the process from concept to completion. Visit ChattanoogaExteriors.com or call us at 423-805-3800. Chattanooga Exteriors, just built different.
This is the under-12 media timeout, and UTC down 6. Cal Irvine is led by as many as 8 in this second half. Mocs had a 1-point lead to start the second half, but Cal Irvine quickly took the lead in the first minute of the second half, and they've had the lead ever since. Currently, that lead is 6 at 53-47. How can you listen to Mocs basketball out of town? It's easy. Just download the Varsity Network app. Not only for the Mocs broadcast, but play-by-play of hundreds of college basketball games during every week of the season and when the season is in full swing. Free of charge, the Varsity Network app. One of the best ways to keep up with the Mocs. One of the best ways to keep up with college athletics in general. On a Trey Bonham half-court shot, UTC had a 38-37 lead at halftime, but the Mocs have been outscored 16-9 in the second half, and UTC's 1-point lead has gone to a 6-point deficit. In the second half, Chattanooga just 4 of 13 from the field, 1 of 7 from three-point range. Cal Irvine 6 of 10 from the field, 0 for 1 from three-point range, and the Anteaters have had a better inside presence so far. Bash Whelan will go to the free throw line for Chattanooga. Mocs have not shot a lot of free throws so far tonight. I think that number is 3. It'll be Whelan at the free throw line for UTC's first free throws of the second half. Trying to make it a 4-point game. Good free throw shooter. Whelan's first free throw off, no good. He'll have a second free throw opportunity. 11:48 to play, 6-point contest. Whelan free throw line. Transfer from Bellarmine. Puts it up and in. He makes 1 of the 2. Whelan 5 points so far tonight. 53-48. Parker Robertson now in the game. Robertson guarding Miles Che. Boy, those two will get on each other's nerves all night long. Out in front. Irvine with the possession. Back to Che. Che and Robertson. That's a good battle right there. He takes it personally, Miles Che does. Mock switch off near side, three-pointer on the way, off no good. Kiesler with a rebound. I think a foul's going to be called on Chattanooga. I think Parker Robertson got inside and kind of undercut the big 7'1" guy. So the smallest guy on the floor, Parker Robertson, kind of undercuts the biggest guy on the floor, Brent Lutkin. Second shot opportunity for Cal Irvine. On the perimeter, driving to the free throw line, back out in front. Shot clock at 11. Ball goes far side, Tillis. Tillis against Honor Huff. They try to post up inside. Another foul is going to be called on Chattanooga. I think Robertson got that one as well. Dan Earl on the officials a little bit right now. He doesn't do that very often. Irvine to inbound. Mocs go weak side and steal it away. Down the floor is Whelan. Gives it into Costal. Layup by Costal, no good. He's fouled from behind. I think Andergolfsky, Mock's assistant coach, gets credit for that one because just at the last moment, he jumped up and was signaling for UTC to go weak side, get to the backside of Lutkin. They did, tapped it away. Costal went down the floor, and eventually a foul called on Cal Irvine, putting Jack Costal at the free throw line to shoot through. Costal, a good free throw shooter. 3 points so far tonight for the transfer from Alabama Huntsville. He hits the first free throw. 11 minutes exactly to play in the game. 11 minutes remaining. It's 53-49. Mock's down 4 as Whelan checks out for Chattanooga. And the 7'1" German checks out for Cal Irvine, and Kyle Evans back in there. Costa will have a second free throw opportunity as the Mocs look for their 50th point of the night. Costa makes that one. So it's 53-50. Chattanooga down 3. They've been down by as many as 8 in this second half. Tucker Robertson stays in the game and guards Miles Che. Che, far side, throws up the runner, off no good. I think another foul on Robertson. Might have fouled Miles Che that time. So Robertson picks up his second personal foul. With 10:50 remaining, putting Che at the free throw line. And like I said, Che is an outstanding free throw shooter, although missed one a moment ago. Former Mock at the free throw line misses that one. Miles Che might feel the pressure a little bit because the Mocs fans have been on him. Not quite like the Tennessee fans were on Adu when he came back from Arkansas. Not quite that bad as Miles Che goes to the free throw line for his second opportunity. Che at the free throw line, trying to give Cal Irvine a 4-point lead, and does so. It's a 4-point game with 10:50 remaining. Honor Huff brings it down the floor for Chattanooga. Huff for the Mocs, has it on the perimeter, gets around a screen and a double team, fires up the 3, short, no good, and he's fouled. Honor Huff's going to go to the free throw line to shoot 3 as Justin Hone picks up the personal foul. Hone for Cal Irvine picks up personal foul number 2. Honor Huff is better at that than anyone I know, and will shoot 3 free throws. He also an outstanding free throw shooter at 83%. Missed a couple recently. That first one is good. 54-51. 10:40 left. Honor Huff with a second of 3 free throws. Second one on the way, good. Honor Huff knocks down 2 of them, making it a 2-point game. Mocs trying to pull within 1. Honor Huff will have a third free throw with 10 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the game. Honor Huff free throw line, third one, off no good. He makes 2 out of the 3, and it's a 54-52 game. 2-point lead for Cal Irvine. Miles Che with a bounce pass. Gets it inside to Tillis. Tillis double team, drives inside, layup no good. Rebound, Kiesler for Chattanooga. Kiesler brings it down the floor. Mocs down by 2. Costal on the perimeter. Snapped away, stolen away by Cal Irvine. Nice steal in the layup. Good. Justin Hone for 2. Big play. A 4-point swing for Cal Irvine. Robertson gives it to Honor Huff, who goes near head coach Dan Earl just to hear the play. Huff brings it back out in front as UTC down 4. Honor Huff out in front to Kiesler. Kiesler throws it in the corner to Mulholland. To Garrison Kiesler. Kiesler to Mulholland. Fires up the 3 on the way, and good. Colin Mulholland for 3 to make it a 1-point game. 9:38 remaining. Mulholland for 3 makes it 56-55. 1-point game. Che drives inside. Shot is good. And a foul is going to be called on Chattanooga. Miles Che gets a big basket for the Anteaters. Costa will pick up the personal foul, and that will put Miles Che at the free throw line for the and 1. Che is one of those guys, if you remember in his UTC playing days, he would force the action. He would make, as they say, he would make things happen. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. but he would always make things happen. Che with a bonus shot, no good. Wow, Miles Che has probably missed more free throws in this game than any game this season. It's 58-55. Chattanooga down 3. Trey Bonham for the Mocs on the dribble on the perimeter. Can't penetrate much. Spins in the corner. Mulholland, did he travel? Yes, he did. Oh, he stepped out of bounds. Colin Mulholland making a break to the basket, stepped out of bounds, and UTC guilty of another turnover. 9-10 to play in a three-point game. UTC down 3. Che, bounce pass inside to Tillis. Tillis hook shot on the way and good. Devin Tillis for 2. Under 9 minutes left in a 5-point game, 60-55. Out in front, Bash Whelan. Whelan to Kiesler. Kiesler to Mulholland. Mulholland to Kiesler. Pump fake, doesn't shoot. Kiesler out in front, wide open. Fires the 3, off no good. Long rebound, comes down to Torian Lee for Cal Irvine. Driving inside, sliding down, and stolen away by Chattanooga. Bonham with a steal to Honor Huff. Huff on the perimeter, throws it inside, fouled from the perimeter, but I don't think they're going to call it a shooting foul, I don't think. Torian Lee will pick up that personal foul. Lee picks up the foul. I think it's 6-6 right now in team fouls, so neither team in the bonus situation yet. Torian Lee checks out and Jurian Dixon back in for Cal Irvine. Trey Bonham gives it to Garrison Kiesler with 8:19 to play in the game. Mulholland wide open 3. Yes! Colin Mulholland for 3. They're giving him open looks. You've got to fire that one up, and he does. And makes it a 2-point game with 8:05 remaining. 60-58. Cal Irvine with the possession and a 2-point lead. Driving hard to the lane. Bounce pass near side on the baseline. Mox hack at the basketball. Kiesler steals it away, and then a foul's going to be called. A foul's going to be called on Cal Irvine as Kiesler out-hustled Cal Irvine. Got the ball, then Cal Irvine trying to get it back. Picks up the personal foul, and we'll have the under 8 media timeout. Mox will get the basketball back with 7:51 to play in the game. And who's with the best seats in the house and the most rambunctious Mox fan is the guy that has the TO on his hat. Yes, Terrell Owens is courtside to watch his alma mater in the NIT championship game. 7:51 to play in the game, and UTC with the ball down 2. Cal Irvine 60, Mox 58. Timeout on the floor. You're listening to Mox Basketball, produced by Learfield.
Are you dribbling around with your major? Looking for an open shot? The Department of Health and Human Performance at UTC puts the full court press on health, physical activity, injury prevention, and nutrition, providing real-world field experiences that positively impact the campus and the Chattanooga community. Undergraduate programs in exercise and health sciences, sport, outdoor recreation, and tourism management, health and physical education, and graduate programs in athletic training and public health, with concentrations in chronic disease prevention and control, and nutrition and dietetics, all lead to slam dunk careers. Contact the Department of Health and Human Performance today. Go Mox!
7 minutes and 51 seconds left to play in this championship contest here at historic Hinkle Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. Mocs are down 2. They've only had one lead, and that was to start the second half, where UTC led 38-37 at halftime. Cal Irvine took the lead in the first minute of the second half, and they've led throughout. 7:51 remaining. Chattanooga basketball down by 2. Everyday style is easy with favorite looks for every day, from harvest and home games to date nights and catching flights. Find the right picks for any occasion. Just drop by your nearest Kohl's or shop online at Kohls.com. Shop Kohl's or online at Kohls.com today. Mocs getting a little bit warmer in the second half. 6 of 16 shooting from the field, 37% in the second half, 38% from the game. Mocs are now 3 of 10 from three-point range, 30% in the second half, and 36.7%, 11 of 30 from three-point range for the game. Cal Irvine, a great free throw shooting team, has gone to the free throw line 13 times and made only 9 of 13, well below their average. Mocs have gone to the free throw line 10 times and made 7 of the 10. Cal Irvine 50-50 shooting for the game, 9 of 15, 60% in the second half. So see if Cal Irvine can maintain that hot shooting, or do they cool off a little bit? It is going to be the Mocs. Yes, that's 17 fouls on Cal Irvine. So Garrison Kiesler goes to the free throw line, front end, 1 in bonus. First one on the way and good. Kiesler 4 points tonight, trying to tie it up with 7:51 to play in the game. This would be the first tie in the second half and the 5th tie of the game if Kiesler can hit the second free throw and tie the game at 60 each. Kiesler free throw line, second one short, no good. Mocs still down 1. Miles Che with the basketball. Kiesler guards him. Che drives against Mulholland. Cross-court pass, throws far side. Complete to Dixon. Dixon on the perimeter. Throws it inside to Tillis. Tillis inside to Lukin. Batted away, stolen away by the Mocs. UTC trying to regain the lead. Kiesler on the wing far side. Underneath is Whelan. Whelan backs his way in. He has it stolen away again by Hone. Mocs almost re-steal, but UTC picks up a personal foul, trying to get the basketball back. Couple of times tonight, Hone has made some big defensive plays. Dash Whelan picks up his second personal foul. And that means both teams now in the bonus situation with 7:20 left to play in the season. And UTC trailing it by 1, 60-59. Free throw line is Hone, front end, 1 in bonus. Hone, free throw line, first one good for the 77% free throw shooter. Cal Irvine up by 2, 61-59, 7:20 left. Hone with a second free throw opportunity. Hone has had a good night. He's got 16 points. Second one on the way and good. He makes 2 free throws. Give Cal Irvine a 3-point lead, 62-59. Honor Huff down the floor to Kiesler, top of the key. Again, they back off Kiesler. Kiesler wide open three-pointer, off no good. The 7-footer with the rebound. I think a foul's going to be called. I think they're going to call that on Miles Che against Kiesler. Yeah, Che picks up the personal foul, trying to get the rebound. So that should be the Mocs at the free throw line. Bash Whelan with a front end of a 1 in bonus. On team foul number 8, called against Cal Irvine. Whelan at the free throw line went 1 of 2 a moment ago. Whelan, front end 1 in bonus, good. Bash Whelan knocks it down. 7:09 left to play, 62-60. Chattanooga trails it by 2 like they trailed almost the entire second half. Second free throw for Whelan. That one's good as well. Bash Whelan, a couple of free throws. 62-61. Second time, third time in the second half. Mocs will pull within 1. Out in front it goes to Hone. Around the perimeter to Miles Che. Che tries to drive inside, bounce pass, and I think a charge or a block. They call Colin Mulholland with the personal foul against Lutkin. So Mulholland with the foul, stood his ground and picked up the foul. Lutkin, who is a good free throw shooter, goes to the free throw line. Yeah, Mulholland a little bit late getting there apparently. And Lutkin, an 82% free throw shooter, looking for his 5th point of the night for the 7'1" center. Free throw on the way and good. Cal Irvine leading at 63-61. 6:54 left. Lutkin at the free throw line. It's a 2-point game, trying to make it a 3-point lead for the Anteaters. Second one on the way, that's good as well. Lutkin with 2 free throws, 64-61. The lead is 3. Trey Bonham for Chattanooga gives it to Mulholland. Mulholland at the free throw line. Hands it off to Trey Bonham. Bonham far side to Whelan. Whelan drives inside. Kiesler open look. His three-pointer. That won't go. Kiesler's shot wouldn't fall. Rebound comes down to Cal Irvine. Not a lot of second shot opportunities for Chattanooga. Che has control out in front. Che throws it far side. They work it around the perimeter to Hone. Hone with Whelan on him. Whelan taps it away. Hone gets it back. Shot clock 10. Che near side three-pointer, no good. Offensive rebound inside. Stripped away and stolen away. Mox with the steal as Kiesler brings it down the floor. Kiesler for Chattanooga. See, right now in Kiesler and Mulholland, neither have a lot of confidence in their shot because they missed a couple. Whelan on the wing near side against Miles Che. Drives inside, backs inside, turns, fires off the glass. That won't go. Rebound Lutkin. Back the other way in this 3-point game with under 6 minutes to play. Cal Irvine 64, Chattanooga 61. Out in front it goes to Hone. Kicks it in the corner. Pump fake from 3. Lutkin has control out in front. He directs the traffic, gives it to Hone on the far side. Cal Irvine possession. Hone goes inside against Mulholland. Can't find an opening. Back on the perimeter, shot clock 5. Che, and I think a foul's going to be called. Might have gotten Miles Che once again for hooking. Foul is going to be called against Cal Irvine. Maybe they got Lutkin for setting that illegal screen. Yes. UTC gets it back down 3, 5:21 left to play in the game. 5:21 remaining, 64-61. Again, Lele checks in the game for Cal Irvine, and checking it out is Devin Tillis. Bonham brings it up the floor while gets around a screen, drives all the way inside, pump fake on the way, and good for Bonham. Bonham over the 7-foot center, floated it in there to make it 64-63, 5:05 to play in the game. 1-point game. On the perimeter is Dixon. Dixon drives against Bonham. Juf now in the contest. 7-foot center drives inside and lays it up and in with a spin move. 66-63 with under 5 minutes to play in the game. Out in front, Trey Bonham for Chattanooga. Bonham gets around a screen, drives again inside. Runner on the way, yes. Bonham, 2 more. 66-65, 4:31 to play. Mox again within 1, but can't get over the hump and grab the lead. Che drives inside. His runner on the way is good. Miles Che for 2. 3-point game with 4:18 left to play. Huff with a 3, in and out, no good. Whelan can't grab the rebound. Cal Irvine down the floor with numbers. Flipping it near side, and wow. Bash Whelan went over the top and hammered Jurian Dixon, but Bash Whelan went down backside first. That's one of those you may see stars every so often. It obviously will be a shooting foul for Cal Irvine as both teams are in the bonus situation. Bash Whelan gets up. He was going to foul hard and not give up a layup regardless. He did foul hard, but he might have took the worst end of that deal. Yeah, Whelan went down hard and went over the back of Jurian Dixon. So Dixon will go to the free throw line, and Whelan called for the foul and definitely got the worst end of that. Whelan was trying to block it. Dixon went down. Whelan went over the back and ended up hitting the hardwood hard on his backside. Free throw is good by Dixon. He is 7 for 7 so far tonight. 4:09 to play in the game. Mox pull within 1 several times. Can't quite get over the hump and trail it 69-65. Second free throw for Jurian Dixon. Trying to go 8 for 8 from the free throw line. Can't do it. Missed the free throw. Missed the second one. UTC comes down the floor as we approach 4 minutes left to play in the game. Open look. Trey Bonham goes inside. His runner won't go. Rebound tap long. And Justin Hone comes away with it. Hone against Mulholland. Drives in the lane. Now backs his way out. Throws it on the far side to Dixon. Out in front to Miles Che. Che with the possession as Kiesler guards him. 3:42 remaining. Che on the perimeter. Throws it on the far side to Hone. Hone looks for an opening with the shot clock at 7. Hone with Honor Huff on him. Hone tries to turn the corner. Gives it to the big man who lays it up and in. Lutkin gets the two-pointer down to make it 71-65. It's back to a 6-point lead. Trey Bonham for Chattanooga picks up the dribble. Needs some help. Whelan comes out and helps him. Or Costello comes and helps him. As UTC wants and gets a timeout with 3 minutes and 12 seconds left to play in the game. 3:12 remaining. UTC down 71-65. Cal Irvine with a 6-point lead and 3:12 to play in the season in this championship contest in the NIT. Oldest basketball tournament, postseason tournament, championship tournament. 3:12 left in the season for one of these teams, and UTC has to overcome a 6-point deficit. Cal Irvine 71, Chattanooga 65. Timeout on the floor. Mox Basketball is produced by Learfield.
Whether you prefer the connections of a small classroom or energy of an SEC school, the University of Tennessee system has the campus for you. I'm Randy Boyd, president of the UT system, inviting you to explore our 5 unique campuses in Knoxville, Chattanooga, Pulaski, Martin, and Memphis. With scholarships like the UT Promise, nearly half of our students graduate debt-free, making a UT education attainable for every Tennessee family. Start your journey at findyourut.com. 5 campuses, one just for you.
Are you tired of constantly maintaining your home's exterior? If so, it's time to call Chattanooga Exteriors and let us help you say goodbye to staining, splinters, painting, and rotten wood. We're the largest installer of composite decking and hardy board siding in the Chattanooga area. Voted best of the best 4 years in a row. We can help guide you through the process from concept to completion. Visit ChattanoogaExteriors.com or call us at 423-805-3800. Chattanooga Exteriors, just built different.
For the entire season, the Mocs have shot about 36% from three-point range. It's just 33% so far tonight, 11 of 33. But for the season, UTC shoots in the 40s, over 40% from the field overall. UTC number 1 in the Southern Conference. Mocs as a team shot 48% and only shooting 37% overall so far tonight. So far for Cal Irvine, Devin Tillis with 18 points. Justin Hone with 17. They're doing what they usually do, a very balanced scoring attack. Dixon with 14 and Lutkin with 10. For Chattanooga right now, 3 players in double figures. Bonham with 17. Mulholland with 16. Honor Huff with 11. I thought it would take someone else to kind of step up in there. And so far for Chattanooga, Colin Mulholland, 16 points so far tonight. But Honor Huff with 11. So UTC, 3 players have scored in double figures. Whelan with 7, Cusano with 3, Costello with 5, Kiesler with 4. 6-point game, 3:12 left to play. 3 minutes and 12 seconds left in this championship game. Regardless of what happens, it's been a bunch of fun. It's been a magical run with this team and this staff and this organization. 3:12 remaining as UTC down 6 with the ball. And again, for the Mocs, I've been in this situation a bunch of times. Inbound pass to Bonham. Trey Bonham for Chattanooga has it top of the key with the shot clock at 12. Gives it to Kiesler. Kiesler to Mulholland. They tighten up on Mulholland now. Mulholland works his way near side, gives it to Bonham out in front. Shot clock 2. Mulholland's 3, no good, but a foul I think is going to be called on the rebound. I don't think they fouled Mulholland shooting the 3. I think the foul was against Garrison Kiesler, as Kiesler was going for the rebound. So UTC will be at the free throw line, but another media timeout. With 2:55 left to play, there is timeout on the floor. A 6-point game in this championship matchup. UTC trails it by 6, 71-65. Less than 3 minutes to play in the contest. UTC down 6. It's Cal Irvine 71, Chattanooga 65. Timeout on the floor as you're listening to Mox Basketball, produced by Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime, but the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
When you or someone you love is having a stroke, what you do next makes all the difference. Without fast, effective treatment, stroke can lead to permanent disability or even death. So remember, one of the nation's leading stroke centers is right here in Erlanger. Only Erlanger has stroke-ready neurologists on site 24/7. They're always ready with techniques that can stop a stroke and reverse its devastating effects. Learn the signs of a stroke and what to do next at erlanger.org/stroke. That's erlanger.org/stroke.
Here's the question. Do the Mocs have one more comeback in them with 2:55 to play in the game? One more comeback this season, down 6 with 2:55 to play. You can feed the whole family with the Jack's Big Box. Get dinner done with no hassle, no fuss when you order the Chicken Big Box at Jack's. You can order online at jacks.com. That's jacks.com. Mocs down by 6 points. Chattanooga looking for their 29th win of the season. Cal Irvine is 32-6, the most wins in the history of that program. They were picked to win the Big West Conference, came in second to Cal San Diego, going 17-3. So they play, I think the Southern Conference plays a lot of conference games, 18. Most conferences don't play that many, but in the Big West, they play 20 conference games, and Cal Irvine finished in second place at 17-3. After the game, First Bank postgame show brought to you by First Bank, the official bank of Chattanooga Mocs Athletics. First Bank, where you can show your Mocs spirit every time you swipe with a First Bank Power C debit card, available at all First Bank branch locations. Mocs have gotten close many times, never gotten over the hump in this second half. Highlight of the game for the Mocs, Trey Bonham. It's a half-court three-pointer as the first half comes to an end. Kiesler goes to the free throw line. Garrison Kiesler for Chattanooga. Kiesler 2 for 2 from the line with 5 points so far tonight. Garrison Kiesler, first one on the way and good. 5-point game. 2:55 left. Kiesler hits free throw number 1. Watching the ESPN monitor, they have the split screen of Trey Bonham and Honor Huff. Yeah, one of those two may have to just make a play. 71-67. A 4-point deficit. Mocs some full court pressure. First time they've gone full court on the pressure so far tonight. Miles Che gives it on the far side to Hone. Hone with Kiesler guarding him. 2:40 to play in the game, and Cal Irvine in no hurry. Hone drives in the lane against Mulholland. His runner on the way, in and out, no good. Lutkin with the rebound, and I think he's fouled as he brings it down. Mocs guilty of the foul, which will put Lutkin at the free throw line. Colin Mulholland picks up personal foul number 4. They didn't want Lutkin to get that stick back, so he fouled him. Lutkin 1 for 2 from the free throw line so far tonight. And he'll shoot 2. 71-67, 4-point game. 2.5 minutes exactly to play in the contest. Lutkin, free throw line, first one good. Lutkin's free throw makes it a 5-point game. Second free throw opportunity for the 7'1" German. Knocks down that second free throw as well. 2:30 left to play in the game. 73-67. Mox on the perimeter. Kiesler picks up the dribble, gives it to Mulholland. Colin Mulholland, far side to Whelan. Whelan on the wing left. Miles Che guards him. Back out in front, Kiesler. Open look three-pointer on the way. Yes, Garrison Kiesler for three. Kiesler knocks down the three-pointer. 2:07 left. Kiesler with a three to make it 73-70. Mox down three. Less than 2 minutes to play in the game. Miles Che on the dribble. Kiesler guards him. Che drives, backpedals his way out. One-handed pass near side. Bounce pass goes inside. Underneath, the big German goes up and lays it up. No good, but a foul on Chattanooga. Foul will be called on the Mox with 1:38 to play in the game. In a three-point game, UTC down 73-70 with 1:38 left. And the 7'1" senior back at the free throw line. He's hit 3 of 4 so far tonight. He's been a bigger presence on offense in the second half than he was in the first half. Excellent free throw shooter. First one on the way, off no good. 82% free throw shooter who has missed 2 so far tonight. 3-point game. Second free throw opportunity. 1:38 left to play. Second free throw good. So he hits one of the two. 1:38 remaining. 74-70. 4-point lead. Mox on offense. Mulholland gives it to Kiesler. Behind the screen, Honor Huff's three, no good. Rebound, Kiesler inside. Throws it to Huff. Three from the corner, no good. Rebound in the lane on the ground. Whelan had it, lost it, calls timeout. Yes, he does. So Whelan in a scramble on the ground when he got possession. UTC quickly called timeout with 1:19 left to play in the game. 74-70. Chattanooga trails it by 4. UTC with the basketball. Coming down to those final couple of moments. 1:19 left to play in the game. And at least in that UTC section, I don't think anyone is sitting down right now. California has that California cool. They're a little bit more mellow and sitting down, but the Mox fans are on their feet right now with 1:19 left to play in the game. So these are the plays that you save. We absolutely need a basket. So what can you do? What play do you have? And again, who wants to be a hero? Honor Huff just missed a couple of threes, not afraid to shoot. Bonham's not afraid in a pressure situation and has proven it obviously throughout this tournament. Kiesler to inbound. Gives it to Whelan. Whelan drives against Miles Che, goes down on the ground. Ball is on the ground. Kiesler with a three on the way. Yes! Kiesler for three. With 1:09 left. Kiesler, three, 74-73. Mox down one. Miles Che on the perimeter with 1 minute left to play in the game. Che brings it back out in front. UTC down by 1. Che drives far side, almost lost it, gets it back, turns and fires, shot no good. Rebound, Trey Bonham. Mox down the floor, 41 seconds left. Into Honor Huff, kicks it to Kiesler. Kiesler to Mulholland, back to Kiesler for three, that won't go. Spins out, no good. Rebound to Tillis with 29 seconds left. There's just a second and a half differential between shot clock and game clock. So UTC forced a foul, and UTC fouls Cal Irvine in a 1-point game with 27 seconds left. Kiesler made the three-pointer, then missed the next time down the floor. Going to the free throw line is Justin Hone to shoot 2. Hone at the free throw line. He'll shoot a pair. Both teams in the double bonus. So he can give Cal Irvine as much as a 3-point lead. First free throw off, no good. It's still a 1-point game. 27.6 seconds left. 74-73. Hone with a second free throw opportunity. No good. He missed them both. Trey Bonham with a rebound. 25 seconds left. Shot clock is off. UTC down 1. Bonham around the screen. Drives underneath the basket. Honor Huff, 3 from the corner. Off, no good. Rebound Whelan, but he's fouled. Honor Huff is fouled. And we'll go to the free throw line. I think that's correct. Yes. Miles Che picks up the personal foul. And Honor Huff will go to the free throw line to shoot 3 with 16.3 seconds left to play in the game. Honor Huff goes free throw line to shoot 3 as the Mocs are down 1. Huff, free throw line. First one, yes. Tie ball game with 16.3 seconds left. Honor Huff with 2 more free throws, trying to give the Mocs the lead with 16.3 remaining in the game. Regardless, the Mocs are going to need a stop. Second one, yes. Mocs take their first lead since the first minute of the second half. Huff trying to make it a 2-point lead. Now 75-74. Miles Che, the former Moc, fouling Chattanooga's Honor Huff. Those two were teammates a year ago. Huff, free throw line, yes. Hits all 3. Mocs lead it by 2, 76-74. Chattanooga, a 2-point lead. Their first lead since the first minute of the second half. Here come the Anteaters down by 2. Che out in front, leans forward, and a foul's going to be called on Kiesler. Wow. So that means Che will go to the free throw line to shoot 3. And UTC, if he makes all 3, Mocs will have 12.4 seconds left to play in the game to try and come up with a game winner. If Che, he's a good free throw shooter, really good free throw shooter. Che, free throw 1 is good. 1 point Chattanooga lead, 12.4. Che at the free throw line. He'll shoot 3. Made the first one. This one for the tie. Good. Che with the third free throw and a chance to give Cal Irvine the lead. 12.4 seconds left to play in the game. Mocs Anteaters are tied 76-76. 76-76. Boy, that's a tough foul that they called on Kiesler. Boy, I wish they could replay that. I wish they could look at the monitor on that one. So Miles Che will go to the free throw line. I think UTC, more than anything else, are checking to make sure how much time is left, but maybe just to ice Miles Che a little bit more. In this tie game, they give the 13.1 seconds left. Che to try to give the Anteaters a 1-point lead. At the free throw line, puts it up, no good. Mocs with a rebound. 11 seconds left for the win in a tie ball game. UTC calls timeout with 8.1 left to play in the game. 8.1 or perhaps an overtime. UTC in great shape right here. It's either a win or an overtime. And right now it's a 76-76 tie. Miles Che, an excellent free throw shooter. I honestly don't think he should have been at the free throw line. I honestly do not think that was a foul on Garrison Kiesler. You know what? I'm watching the replay, and I'll stand by that. But Che could not give the Anteaters the lead, so UTC will inbound with 8.1 seconds left to play in the game. 8.1 remaining for an NIT championship. 8.1 remaining. Tie ball game, 76-76. Mocs have been down the entire second half. Finally took a lead when Honor Huff hit free throws with 16.3 seconds remaining. Now UTC will have one more possession and a great opportunity for the win right here. UTC has a team jammed around head coach Dan Earl. I mentioned earlier, what's your best play? What's your championship play right here? UTC basketball, 8.1 seconds to play in the game. 8.1 remaining. It'll be Garrison Kiesler to inbound in a tie ball game here at Hinkle Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. Kiesler inbounds, gives it to Honor Huff. Into Mulholland, layup, no good. Rebound goes out of bounds, and it will be Chattanooga basketball with a second and a half remaining. A second and a half left. Honor Huff drove inside. Mulholland had a little runner to win it and couldn't do so. Now a second and a half left. They may look at the monitor again to see if there's another tenth of a second somewhere to be found. They ruled it was Mocs basketball. And yes, they are going to the monitor again with 1.5. That's what's on the clock right now. 1.5 seconds left. So they're looking at the monitor. Ball goes out of bounds. I think that might be like 1.8. So I think they'll give him, I think they usually do. Just give him another 0.3 of a second. I think it's about 1.8 after watching the replay. So UTC again, it will be Mocs basketball with a second and a half. At least that's where it stands right now. Does UTC have one more game winner in them? Fans, you can hear them chanting UTC, UTC. It's a largely Chattanooga crowd. I would say a good 2/3, maybe 3/4. 2/3 is right, because the whole side where I'm on is all blue and gold for UTC. Cal Irvine has one good section. So let me see if they change the time. They still have 1.5. They go 1.7. So 1.7 on the clock. Mocs with an inbound for the win or the overtime. It'll be Trey Bonham to inbound. He may get a quick inbound and get a return. We'll see. Bonham. It's kicked by Cal Irvine, so we'll do it again as Trey Bonham tried to get it into Honor Huff. So Bonham will inbound right in front of the UTC bench. And now they'll change. They'll have Kiesler inbound. Garrison Kiesler will toss it in. Kiesler in front of the UTC bench. They put the 7'1" center on Kiesler. Now they put Kiesler at the hash mark near the end or closest to center court. Kiesler inbounds. Mulholland's three on the way. Off, no good. Mulholland had a good look, but now you got to play 5 more minutes for this championship. At the end of regulation, why would you want to do it anyway else? 76-76 tie. Even Terrell Owens couldn't will that one in. 76-76 tie ball game as we move into overtime. Mocs battled uphill most of the night. Mulholland had an open look. It hit the front of the rim, hit the backboard, and then just skimmed off a little bit. Not a bad effort by Mulholland. Had a chance. Kiesler inbounded to Mulholland. He let the three-pointer shot. Let it fly, hit the front of the rim, and Colin Mulholland has to regroup for the overtime period. So we're going into OT for this championship game. Both these teams have played and obviously won in overtime in their NIT run. Cal Irvine beat UAB 81-77 to reach the Final Four. That was an overtime contest. Anteaters over the Blazers. And of course, UTC's first game in the NIT, a triple overtime matchup, knocking off Middle Tennessee State in Murfreesboro by an 80-77 final score. So this is very, very typical of what both teams have gone through in the NIT and a lot through their regular season. Both these teams have won 4 games to get right here. Trying to add to that winning streak. But it will come not in regulation. The next W for either one of these teams, it'll be an overtime championship. An overtime championship matchup in the NIT. 76 tie at the end of regulation, and the 7'1" center easily wins the tip. Mocs on defense to begin the overtime period. Miles Che, pull-up runner on the way. That is no good. Rebound, Bash Whelan for Chattanooga. Like I said, Miles Che loves to make things happen. They usually do, some good, some bad when Miles Che has the basketball. Mulholland at the free throw line. Mulholland gives it to Kiesler, passes up the 3, drives in the lane, throws it to Mulholland. Another open look three-pointer, spins out no good. Rebound Whelan goes up and lays it up and in. Whelan for 2 at the 4:20 mark. Bash Whelan gives the Mocs a 2-point lead, 78-76. Cal Irvine trying to post up Lukin inside. And Lukin almost loses it, goes out of bounds. It goes off of Chattanooga. 4:06 left to play. Yes, in overtime, where Bash Whelan has given the Mocs a 2-point lead with 4:06 remaining. Mocs up 78-76. Mekhi Richards checks in. Colin Mulholland checks out. Mulholland, you could tell, body language, not feeling too good right now. He's kind of had 3 chances to win this thing. Out in front, pump fake, driving in the lane, and the runner on the way, off no good. Rebound, stick back, up and in. Dixon for 2 to tie the game with 3:50. Dixon ties the game, 78-78. Mocs basketball, Whelan, pull-up jumper on the way. That is no good. Rebound comes down to Devin Tillis. Tillis to Che. Tie ball game again, 3.5 to play in the overtime period. Out in front it goes to Hone. Hone gets around his man, drives in the lane, step back, long 2, off no good. Whelan with a rebound for Chattanooga. Mocs come back the other way. Trey Bonham for UTC. Bonham for the Mocs has control out in front with 3:12 to play in the OT. Bonham runs inside, goes in for the layup. Yes! Bonham for 2, 3:04 left. Bonham gives UTC a 2-point lead, 80-78. Mocs by 2. Miles Che for Cal Irvine. Miles Che drives inside, stops, fires, jumper, in and out, no good. Rebound Chattanooga. Bonham with a rebound. 2:45 to play in the game. We're in overtime. 80-78. Chattanooga leads it by 2 with the ball. Bonham drives again inside and lays it up, and no good. Lukin with the rebound. Bonham penetrated, got past the 7'1" center, and then had it spin out. Underneath the basket, Lukin inside, lays it up and in. Basket is good with 2:17 left to play. 80-80 tie. Mocs basketball. Out in front is Bonham, and a foul. I think a moving screen's going to be called on Mekhi Richards. So a foul on the Mocs, Mekhi Richards, and Cal Irvine gets it back in a tie game. So UTC has had some leads in the overtime. Whelan has scored 2, and Bonham has scored 2. Dixon has scored 2, and Luchkin has scored 2. 2:03 remaining. Miles Che with a bounce pass out in front to Hone. Hone gives it on the far side. Back on the perimeter is Tillis. Tillis trying to post up against Honor Huff. Inside Tillis. And a foul is going to be called, I guess, against Honor Huff. Huff giving up pounds and inches inside trying to guard. And Honor Huff picks up personal foul number 1. I think that'll put Devin Tillis at the free throw line with 1:51 left to play in the game. Tillis free throw line. And he'll shoot 2. Tillis to shoot 2 again. A very good free throw shooter on the way and good. Tillis gets the first one down. He's had a good night. Tillis for Cal Irvine, now with 18 points. And he gives Cal Irvine a 1-point lead. Second free throw opportunity with 1:51 left to play in overtime. Tillis, free throw, short, no good. Rebound, Mulholland. So Tillis only hits one. Good free throw shooters not hitting all their free throws for Cal Irvine. Mulholland free throw line to Kiesler. Honor Huff with a three on the way, short, no good. Long rebound, Mulholland slaps at it. It goes on the ground, and Cal Irvine, Miles Che, grabbed the basketball. Mox tried to force the jump ball. Instead, a foul called on Chattanooga. 1-point lead for Cal Irvine. Che will go to the free throw line. Mox had chances, tapped it 2 or 3 times. Che dives on the floor, and I think Bash Whelan will pick up that personal foul, which will put Miles Che at the free throw line, who missed one a moment ago. Now with 1:33 remaining. Che at the free throw line, he's got 2. 1:33 left. First free throw, off, no good. A great, and I mean a great free throw shooting team, missing free throws again. Second opportunity in this 1-point game in overtime. 81-80, Mox down 1. Che second free throw, that's good. He hits 1 out of 2. 82-80. 82-80. UTC trails it. Mox, Trey Bonham goes inside. Out in front, Mulholland gives another shot. Three-pointer. Yes! Colin Mulholland with 1:20 left. Hits a 3, and UTC takes an 83-82 lead. And then Cal Irvine comes right back down and knocks down a basket with 1:09 left to make it 84-83. Cal Irvine by 1. Trey Bonham, Mulholland. Underneath, wide open is Kiesler. Oh, he didn't realize he was wide open. 3 from the corner by Huff is no good. Kiesler should have taken that shot. Less than a minute left. Cal Irvine with the basketball. Dan Earl was begging for a foul on that and didn't get it. 1-point game with 44 seconds left. Out in front is Hone. Hone gives it on the far side to Tillis. Tillis against Whelan. Spins away from Whelan. Throws it in the lane to the big man. He goes up, it's blocked, but a foul's going to be called. 31 seconds remaining in the game. And I think Colin Mulholland just picked up his 5th personal foul. I think Mulholland fouls out with 31 seconds to play in the game. Oh, Garrison Kiesler didn't realize he was wide open underneath and instead kicked it to Honor Huff. Mulholland checks out of the game and takes his time in doing so, trying to ice Lushkin as long as he can. 31 seconds remaining in this 1-point game. We're in overtime. Mulholland out. And Lushkin goes to the free throw line. Like I said, the Anteaters have missed some crucial free throws tonight, and they're an excellent, one of the tops in the country free throw shooting team. 1-point game, Cal Irvine up 1. Lushkin free throw line. First one on the way, short, no good. 31 seconds left. Lushkin misses the first one. So it's still a 1-point Cal Irvine lead. Second one, no good. Rebound, Chattanooga. 28 seconds left to play in the game. A second differential between shot clock and game clock. You want to give yourself a chance for an offensive rebound if you miss. Trey Bonham. Garrison Kiesler passes up the shot, gives it to Honor Huff. To Kiesler. Kiesler drives, free throw line, jumper on the way. Yes! 2-pointer for Garrison Kiesler with 11 seconds left. Irvine does not call a timeout. 80 Mox by 1. Underneath, stolen away by Bonham. Yes! 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 Stolen away by Bonham underneath. And then the Mox are fouled with 2.3 seconds left to play in the game. Mox by 1, and now we'll go to the free throw line with 2.3 seconds left. Trying to regain that composure. and say, hey, there's still work to be done. There's 2 free throws to shoot, and it will be Honor Huff at the free throw line to shoot 2 with 2.3 seconds left. Huff at the free throw line to shoot a pair, and then Cal Irvine is going to try and ice Honor Huff. So Huff will go to the free throw line to shoot 2, as the Mocs are now 2.3 seconds away from winning a national championship. But don't celebrate too soon. Don't celebrate too soon. Honor Huff, first of all, needs to knock down a couple of free throws. Then it's a 3-point game, and they're putting a little bit of time left back on, more time on the clock. So 2.7 seconds. 2.7 is what officially, I think they went to the monitor and took a look. So Lushkin missed 2 free throws. Mocs got the rebound. Kiesler came down, hit a free throw line jumper that gave UTC the lead. Cal Irvine came down, missed a shot. Mocs got the rebound. Bonham saved it in the arms of Honor Huff in the corner, and then Huff was quickly fouled. So now Honor Huff will go to the free throw line, 2.7 seconds left. So again, UTC, like they were at the end of regulation, in really good shape. Right now they've got a 1-point lead and 2 free throws to shoot to possibly give them a 3-point lead, and then you say you're either playing for overtime again or one more stop for a win. 2.7 left. Honor Huff misses the first free throw. Missed the first free throw. So it remains 85-84. Second free throw. Honor Huff puts it up and off, no good. Quickly a rebound by Cal Irvine with 2.2 seconds left. Huff misses 2 free throws for I think the first time since the Bradley game. Misses 2 free throws, so it's still Chattanooga by 1, 85-84. And all that joyous celebration that was going on a moment ago, that has evaporated, because now with 2.4 seconds left to play in the game, Cal Irvine can win it with a basket. Chattanooga with the lead 85-84. It was Garrison Kiesler that put him on top. And then Cal Irvine could not score. Mocs got a rebound. Trey Bonham inbounded to Honor Huff. Huff was fouled and just stepped up to the free throw line and missed 2 free throws. Let's see how UTC does defensively as they put Latif Juf in the lineup. Bash Whelan is going to be in charge of the 7'1" center who's right underneath the basket all the way on the other end of the floor. UTC takes a look, and the Mocs call a timeout. We're in the first overtime period. UTC knows what this is about. They played 3 overtimes, beating Middle Tennessee State 109-103. And yes, Cal Irvine knows what this is about, because Cal Irvine beat UAB in overtime 81-77 to reach the Final Four here in Indianapolis. Mocs could have made it a whole lot easier on themselves if Honor Huff, a great free throw shooter, would have hit free throws. But several times tonight, Cal Irvine, an 80% free throw shooting team, 80% as a team, missed crucial free throws. Maybe it's the legs of playing 35 games. Here we go. Cal Irvine with 2.4 seconds left. Throwing the long pass. Luchkin gets it, throws it underneath the layup on the way. It's off, no good! Mocs have just won the NIT championship. They threw the pass. Lushkin got it inside, threw it to Jurian Dixon, and he missed the shot. And yes, it is final. The Chattanooga Mocs with their second basketball national championship, a Division II title in 1977, and an NIT championship in 2025. Final score from Hinkle Fieldhouse, yes, it's the Mocs wearing the crown, 85-84 the final score, and why not in overtime? 85-84 the final. A lot of hugs going on right now because this one was in doubt all the way. Mocs coming from behind, forcing the overtime, and winning the game in OT as Cal Irvine missed an easy shot. And yes, who's in the middle of the fray? That would be the NFL Hall of Famer, Terrell Owens. Mocs by one. Handing out the hardware in just a moment. 85-84 the final. Chattanooga with an NIT championship. The survivor of the 32 teams that made the National Invitation Tournament. Our First Bank postgame show gets underway following this timeout as you're listening to Mocs Basketball, produced by Learfield.
The Mocs aren't the only local team that make you cheer. At First Bank, we don't have a number on our back. People like